Hello, interwebs. I am Beth. This is Power Word Play. And we are. I don't even know what session number we're in. I should be keeping track, but apparently I'm a terrible DM.
5 plus a one shot.
5 plus a one shot. Thank you.
Yeah, I wrote day 5 in my journal.
All right. So day 5 apparently into Princess of the Apocalypse. Now level 2 characters. As soon as we hit level 3, maybe before then, we haven't talked about it. We will be going live. If you are watching us now, you are in the Super Secret Cool Club. Thank you for joining us. But we are going to start, as we always do, with Inquiring Minds Want to Know and Dita Scooter. Okay.
Joke. It's a real joke.
We are going to start these hard-hitting journalism questions tonight with Elaine.
Hello.
Elaine, we've had a number of creative suggestions, solutions, uses for your wonderfully detachable arm. For example, Kimber Twinleaf suggests maybe you plant it in your backyard and see if a golem will grow. Seems wonderful to me. What's the most unique thing you've ever done with it?
Well, I've only had it for a couple years, and I really haven't been out in the world that much, so just as a normal arm for now.
Okay.
Sorry,
We'll try out
it's
the
not more
golem thing and let me
exciting
know
than
if it
that.
works.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. Let's jump on over to Kessim. Hello, Kessim, darling. Tell me, how does Saloon feel about liars and thieves?
I think she understands that there is no place for this type of dark magic, and it is better off being destroyed.
I see.
And I will
so the
take that
ends
up with my
justify the
goddess.
means. Understood. Thank you, Kessim. Cade.
Hi.
Hi. So I had a little bird tell me that the first thing you ever killed was a music tutor that your parents got you when you were young. Why did you kill Professor Jezebel with a flute?
You have birds talk to you?
I do, yes.
Huh. Thought that was like a thing that only Faye did. What was the question?
Thank you, Cade.
You're welcome.
Let's hop over to Dr. Boom. Hello. So here's a really hard-hitting question for you. I'm sorry to be the one to bring this up, but it was brought to my attention. Deep breath. There's a Madam Gingerfoot who claims you over 3 years of back child support for the daughter that you two have. Can you please tell me why you refuse to support your child?
Well, that is completely untrue, because I would never bed someone with the name Gingerfoot. It makes no sense.
Okay. Well, I don't know. There's a thing that we do in journalism where we use aliases, and sometimes people are not who they say they are. So is it possible that you have a 3-year-old daughter out there that you have refused to support with somebody other than Madame Gingerfoot?
Not to my knowledge, but if I meet her, I would definitely like to teach her a few things, like how to hold her mother accountable.
I will pass along contact information. Thank you, Dr. Boom.
It's no problem.
How about Faye? Hello, Faye. Always such a pleasure. we've had a couple of people ask, where precisely do you keep the coals in your horns that you throw at people?
Oh, you know, I don't. I never thought about it. I just kind of, think about them and they come forth. I guess they're in my heart.
Ah, in your chest cavity region. Good to know. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Stack.
Yeah, hi. Hello.
Hi. You seemed very disappointed by the book you received when you were in the necromancer's cave, and yet it seemed to me that you were looking for a book. Can you please expand on this?
Well, yeah, so we'll take this just one part at a time. So the first thing was necromancer is actually a wizard.
Oh, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Stack.
I didn't. Okay.
All right, and we will catch up next time on Inquiring Minds Want to Know. Thank you. You all can come back now.
So, do our characters hear all the interviews, or do they not? Like, are we in the crowd getting pulled in 1v1? Like,
let's say that this little tabloid comes out the day after.
so
But
we.
So
I mean, do we
tomorrow-
hear each other's interviews though, or are we like in our own little room getting interviewed?
No, you guys are taken
Yeah.
into the special secret voting booth. Where you're voting people off the island. Nobody else ever sees that.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody cut the
Confessionals.
silent
It's
spell.
the confessionals of like
Yeah,
Love
exactly.
Island, etc.
No.
That voting booths are actually an item that you can add to your character sheet in D&D Beyond. Shit you not. That is a real thing. Go look right now.
Yeah, they're from Acquisitions Incorporated.
Oh,
Oh my
nice.
God.
At
You're
the very
right.
last minute, I changed out my sign, but the other one was going to be what's in the book.
What's in the book?
I'm never getting that book. He's just destroying it.
I do want to lay this to rest once and for all. She got a book from inside that table. She then gave you said book from inside the table. All right. But now we are fast forwarding just a teeny tiny bit. Fast forwarding to the next dawn. You guys earned yourselves a long rest. You made it home. Well, back to the swinging sword. Weary, a little worn out, injured, hurt, but proud of your endeavors. And it is now about 7 a.m. the next morning. What are you doing?
I don't know about you guys, but I think we should go to the sheriff and get our money.
You don't want breakfast first?
No,
Wow.
Surprise.
money can buy me breakfast. More of that cheesy bread.
You said we did get a long rest, right?
Correct, you did. Yep.
Um,
So you will now be able to benefit from everything with your second level advancement.
Nice.
Please ignore the cattail.
I don't really know if I really want to go see the sheriff. He doesn't like me too much, and also I have like a tiny bit of homework that I have to do. And if you don't mind, and work on that thing with me that we talked about earlier.
She winks at you. Of course.
Awesome. You guys can go.
I need to roll a d6. That's for.
You rolled that at the end of last session.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yes, and I think you
Look-
got a 5.
Yeah, I've got 5 Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because it was completely expended.
Okay.
Oh no,
Cool.
I had you roll percentiles or a d20 to see if it was going to be no longer
Survive.
functional.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it
as
says I
always.
have 5 of 7 charges, so
Okay,
Yeah.
well maybe we did both.
I think we did both. That's fine.
You can scroll up and it says like rolling a d20 you got a 7, and then rolling a d6 you got a 4. So
Oh yeah, it was like the last thing we did.
Oh, look at that.
All You're so
Neat.
smart.
You are. Scroll up like 6 inches on the chat.
That's why I asked her to help me with my book.
I will come down in the morning without my jacket, as I usually have my jacket on, and just kind of come down in my shirt and my looking a little less prepared for battle as I usually am. My bandoliers and stuff aren't on, and I'll just come down and get some food and look kind of ragged.
You forget to do your dwarf yoga.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. What is yoga?
Oh, yoga's great, Bjorn. If you haven't tried it, very soothing. Probably something you should try.
Maybe you should teach me. I don't know what it entails.
We could all do a class together.
Well, that sounds lovely.
I wonder if they offer it here.
Was a callback to
know-
a month ago. Just say. Remember when?
You know, there is a thing called goat yoga.
Yeah. You did tell me that one time.
That sounds fake.
Is this yoga in which you teach, Faye?
No, it's yoga that you do with baby goats, and when you're in positions, they like to jump on your back and hang out. You know, it's just with my people.
So
Mm.
we would do this class, and you would somehow climb on our backs. I mean, Kessim seems to like it, so
No. It's not me. It's baby goats, like little ones. Like I mean, I'm small, but like smaller than me. Like even smaller than Stack. Like baby goats.
I think those are usually dinner in my house, but we could try it.
We don't eat friends. We eat animals that we've never seen before. That's the only kind.
I have never seen baby goats. I'm
She
just
just looks at you.
I don't Okay. What exactly is yoga? Is it like fighting techniques? Because that would be very useful.
I mean, you could get flexibility from it, and that will help with some fighting.
It also can be fighting techniques for your mind. You know, you learn to soothe and calm yourself so that you can be calm in the face of danger.
My mind is like brick wall. It is like prison. Nothing can get in.
Well, maybe someone will have to try to break that wall.
Many have tried, and they usually leave. Well, it doesn't end well.
Well, obviously baby goats haven't tried, so maybe that's the next thing you should try.
This is possible.
Stack's just writing in his notes. Look into Intellect Fortress.
Evane will go up and get some breakfast from the innkeep, and also inquire about yoga classes, actual official yoga classes.
Okay. Well, you see somebody other than who you normally talk to while you're here at the Swinging Sword. It is a older gentleman. He has one of the most glorious beards you've ever seen. It is he is the epitome of Santa Claus as far as facial beard goes. The purest white as like freshly fallen snow, big and bushy. And he looks over as you come closer, as he is laying out some of the refreshments for the breakfast buffet. He's tidying up a stack of napkins and straightening up some bananas. Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, is Kaylessa not here today?
Today is her day off.
Okay. I was just looking to get some breakfast. I don't know if any of my friends
Oh,
want any, but
please help yourself. Avoid the muffins, though. My wife made them. Oh, just word to the wise.
Noted.
You just see Cade tearing through the muffins in the corner.
Cade! Stop.
What?
Stop
It's
it.
a
No.
it's a muffin. It's like
No.
it's like harder than
No.
normal, but it's fine.
It will at least help you flush out the digestive tract, if nothing else.
Yeah. I just drank a
Excellent.
ton of coffee too. So here we go.
Good.
They're fiber muffins.
I start casting a spell to help me get a closer look at this mystery book.
What is your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
Do you-
Jeffrey Hudgens.
Awesome.
But
Do you
that's
often-
with a when you write it down, it's with a G.
Okay.
I got the spelling right.
Yeah, I can hear the difference. It's with a G.
Thank you for the clarification.
Of course. I saw your notebook.
How observant. I like people that are like that. Do you have any yoga classes available to take here?
I'm sorry, what?
Yoga, the stretching exercises. Have you heard of it?
The constable might have a rack that does that.
Not quite what I'm looking for, but that's okay. No worries at all.
Uh-huh. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my bananas.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He turns and he starts straightening up his stack of bananas.
I'll grab another fruit that's there. I'm assuming apples.
You grab a single cherry.
Cherry. Awesome.
They do have a big, bucket full of cherries.
Cool. I'll take that back to the table.
Alright.
So I got 3 books out on the table. I have a spell book, I have mystery book, and I have my notebook.
Mhm.
And if I got detect magic off in that amount of time, that's what I'm doing to get a better look at this supposedly blank book. See what secrets it may reveal.
Sure. So there's nothing pinging from the book itself. You take it, you flip it, you thumb through the pages. Make a perception check for me.
Happily. Fuck. That'd be a 6.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything other than an ordinary book.
Dak's face just dropped a little.
Jack, you look tired. Do you need coffee? I just had coffee. Coffee's great.
Yeah, this might be. Man, I might need help with this book too.
Okay. I don't know how much I can help, but I'll try.
Kessim, you said you found this in the lab, in the cavern.
Under that table with all the stuff.
Not what I was looking for, but I guess it'll make a good notebook. Not made of human skin.
Oh.
Hey, well, let me know how it goes with the constable. Maybe we'll get enough money to buy me something useful.
You're useful. You'll get there. It's fine.
As you say that, Evane, all of you feel a slight rumbling beneath your feet. Jeffrey doesn't pay it any mind, but there is a small family sitting by a window, looking out onto, from where they're sitting, onto the long road. And you would assume husband puts his face up against it and looks out. There's a couple of people passing by out on the street who stop for a moment. Then everything calms down. And there's about a 5-10 second pause before people resume their normal activity.
And those muffins hit earlier than expected.
Great.
I don't think
Nice.
it's the muffins.
I'm not perceptive, so I would not have.
Well, the husband at the table pulls his face back away from the window and he looks over to his wife, and they start calming down their 3 children and trying to distract them with some breakfast.
Okay, Vane, you got a minute?
Yeah, you're not concerned about the shaky shakes?
Wasn't that a geological anomaly that's been happening here?
Yeah, but it seems like it's getting worse.
Till something big jumps up out of the ground, I'm not fussed. Or if it was magical, that'd be interesting.
I don't know what
You
one's
know-
worse.
Faye jumps in and goes, if you practice yoga, you'd have enough core strength that you wouldn't care if the ground was rumbling.
That's very true.
And I would also have additional snacks, I believe. Right? I really want to try this yoga thing. He winks at you, Faye, when he says it.
She's a little taken aback, and she just kind of like stares at you and is like, I'm watching you.
Okay, so did you guys want to grab the bounty from the constable and then we meet back here and we go get stuff for praise, go shopping, stuff like that?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. With how smart Yvain is in building this arm, this should only take us like a few moments. Just get us on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
Okay.
a plan. I need to go
Yeah.
upstairs for a minute and grab my stuff, but I will meet you guys down here.
Ugh.
So how many people are leaving?
I think
I am.
4.
Everybody but the siblings. Okay.
No,
Everybody but Yvain and Stack.
Oh,
Yeah.
you 2 are
Mm.
saying. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
I'm not keeping Kate here to help me with my books. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I misunderstood when you said you were smart. I misheard. Okay,
I
got it.
am gonna go bother the sheriff.
Your favorite person
Constable,
ever.
my favorite person.
No, we're
ever.
not. We're
Yes,
going
we
to be very
are.
nice and respectful.
Got
Okay.
any more fart bombs? Because we can do that too. He's on my shit list. Good thing I ate all those muffins.
I love you so much. I really do.
All right. So Yvain and Stack dig into their books, and the rest of the group start heading across the street to the half jail, half meadery.
Butcher shop?
Thank you. That's those are
Meatery.
words.
Mhm.
I like meadery. But you can call it whatever you want. Yeah, you guys make your way to the butcher shop. It's only a couple minutes walk from where you are. You get there, and there is a sign on the front that says closed.
Well, that's
Are there people inside?
You can make a perception check.
"21."
So you go up to the window of the shop that you'd entered before, and block out the sunlight so you can peek in. There doesn't seem to be anybody in the main room.
I knock.
Okay, you knock. You wait for a minute. 2 minutes. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna go walk around back and see if there's another entrance that I can knock on, because it just seems like they don't hear me.
I can make another entrance.
No, nope, no.
We already know that they don't like Mr. Dr. Boom, so let's try to be nice this time around so that they don't jip us on money, please.
Okay.
I was nice last time as well.
If that's what you consider nice, I don't want to see what mean is.
Bjorn, I have a question. Do you consider certain spells completely off limits?
What do you mean?
Like mind magic in particular?
Mind magic? Like illusions?
Enchantment.
No, but I typically find that blowing something up is more effective.
Do you trust your friend to sell to people who would use those kinds of spells effectively? That aren't.
Do you mean would I allow one of my allies to trick somebody to get more money?
No, I found these scrolls, and it's magic I don't agree with.
So you
Where'd
think
you
that I
find the
would...
scrolls?
Under that table.
So, what you mean is I am less, morally gray than you, and you think I would be able to use these scrolls. You're absolutely right. I probably would be able to, but I can give it a shot. If not, Stack would be a good, I mean, he's a wizard after all, but...
I mean, there's definitely... I don't know if he can use this one, but the other ones, I think he could definitely figure out.
I mean, I'll give it a shot, especially if we're, trying to visit my old friend here. He's not the most honest of fellows, so I don't feel bad.
Would he not sell them to somebody who would use them wrongly?
Oh, he has no morals. He was trying to get us to spare the bandits to attack, to profit off of it. He would absolutely sell them to someone who used them wrong. They would probably be more useful for us to use.
That's fair.
Most likely.
Hi, hello, me down here. You have scrolls that you hid from my brother?
He's my favorite.
He asked for the book.
Can I look at them?
Sure.
You know she does.
I'm assuming I understand nothing.
Well, not Evane. Kesem pulls from her bag 3 well-folded pieces of parchment. And you pop them open. Don't know off the top of my head, but make an Arcana check.
4.
Okay. Yeah, you're not even sure if you are holding the paper the right side up.
That's what I was gonna say.
There's scribbles and formulas, and you can't read it at all.
Let me take a look.
Hey, has it out in front of her? You just see her going.
Those look like
7.
squiggles that Stack
There you go.
knows.
Why is this folded up? It's like a cootie catcher, a thing. We used to make these when I was a child. Who would do this to a scroll? It is very
Oh, can you
difficult
show
to
me
read.
how to do that? Can you show me sometime?
Absolutely. It's very easy.
I catch plenty of cooties without paper. Thank you very much.
I bet you do. It's
Mhm.
because you're low to the ground.
Yep.
Meanwhile, no.
I need to compose.
No, you let them go. I think there's probably more with the constable.
Is there?
All right. So
I walk around the building. Do I see any other entrances or windows?
yeah. So if you are looking at the town map of Red Larch, if you remember, these 4 buildings in a row that I am pinging at, that is the combined jail / meadery, as it's now officially called. This second building is the one that is the like brick and mortar storefront for the butcher shop, and that's where you originally went up to, and where you have entered before. That's where you knocked. But there are little alleyways between each of these 4 buildings, and even just stepping back into the main little side road and looking at them, they all have their own windows.
Do I see anything in the windows?
Which one do you want to check?
This one.
I'm sorry, can you ping again?
The third one in.
The third
from
one down?
the
Okay.
long road.
Alright, I can't type and talk at the same time. I am not that good. Okay, so the third one down, you go up to, as you get up to the window, you can see immediately that these windows are slightly different from the other ones, in that, the other ones were large, solid, single glasses of glass panes, that were maybe about 8 feet by 10 feet. These have solid grid lines that, as you get closer to the window, they are actual bars. The spaces between, I'm sorry, the width and height of these bars are about 1 by 1, so it's a very small pane of glass. And as you get up and look in, you see a few different things. Make a perception check.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Plus 6, so 7.
Okay. So it's very dark in here. It is still early morning. It's about 8 o'clock or so. So there's not really a whole lot of light from behind you filtering in, and you don't see a light source inside the room itself, but there's a few pigs hanging from the ceiling, maybe.
He turns around to Dr. Boom and goes, "You see, this is the kind of meat that we're allowed to eat. These were not friends."
I mean, look, we look at it differently. I mean, a little goat or little pig or little cow, they're all meat in my mind. They're also all cute when they're little. What is the difference between baby cow? It is adorable, and baby goat.
Let's think. A baby cow is the same size as Stack. Would you eat Stack?
If I was really hungry, maybe, but not on a normal basis.
I'm gonna put a hand on Cade.
Mhm. You're both
I just
on
go-
very thin ice right now.
I mean, I don't
just
want
goes-
to eat Stack, but desperation leads to, desperate measures.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change your mind. And she walks off.
It's good to know who's not going to eat my brother and who's not going to steal things from him.
I don't
Walk
plan
off.
on doing either of those things, but as long as we're not trapped and the last 2 people alive.
Hiding is different than stealing.
He walks down to the 4th building.
Yo,
Okay.
good luck with that argument and those mental stats. I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
You go down to the 4th building, and it has some smoke billowing from a chimney off of it. As you approach, you can see that there's light emanating from the inside. And there is the sound of like hoofbeats coming from behind the building.
As in, like, horse hooves.
You can make a check. It sounds some sort of hooves are hitting the ground.
Faye turns around and goes, if those are goats, they're off limits. And looks to find a window to see if she can see what's inside.
Okay. You can make another perception check.
Nine.
Okay. So you go up to this window and you can make out some vague shadows, but there are curtains on the other side of this glass pane, blocking most of your line of sight. In fact, the only thing that you can actually make out is the sound of something squealing really loudly, and then silence.
you go.
She immediately starts furiously knocking on the window.
Okay. Wait a minute. Nothing happens. Has anyone else gone with her?
I would have followed.
Yeah, I would have followed too.
All right.
Mhm.
You guys are able to hear the soft sounds of voices muttering, and it seems like it's coming from the backyard.
So we'll go around the back. Like, kind of stealthy-ish, kind of try to peek around the corner and see what...
Sure. Make a stealth check.
I have disadvantage on stealth rolls, just throwing that out there, in case anybody cares.
So do I.
Did pretty well, though. 14.
Are you following Kessim?
Poorly, probably. Yeah, very poorly.
Okay. So Bjorn peeks his head out, and Kessim sort of like stumbles her way into the middle of this alley so that she can look behind. And you see a very large pig pen back there. And you see Jaylessa, the constable's wife, standing over a recently decapitated hog. And she is in the process of splitting it neck to groin.
Kessim will look away.
He's making bacon. Bacon is delicious.
I'm sure it is.
Bacon is another word for money. Making the bacon. So you go talk to her about our money, because I don't want to see a friend like that.
I mean, I can try, but I'm kind of an asshole. I think you're much more, people like you a little more, but I'll give it a shot. And I will walk
no,
up.
no, no. That was a bad idea. She doesn't like you. Cade, how about you and me? Let's do this.
Okay.
I guess I'll do the talking.
Yes.
Okay.
I will help.
You're just there for emotional support.
Yes.
Amazing. So Faye, not trying to be stealthy, clops around the corner and like gives a on the side of the house.
Okay. As you knock, Jaylessa wipes her brow. She takes the butcher's carving knife that she was using and puts it in her apron, wipes her hands, and plops her hands on her hips. and looks over and says, "We open at 10."
Okay, wonderful. We just wanted to let the sheriff know that we were successful in the mission that he sent us on, and that the people going missing up the road that shouldn't be a problem anymore. But we can come back later to collect the bounty and to discuss the mission with your husband. I'm sorry to interrupt you this early, and I apologize for the intrusion. But she doesn't move.
We went to Lance Rock and we cleared out the cave.
Well, that was nice of you.
Do you know where we might find your husband?
Yeah, he's probably next door. And she nods to the house that had the bars on the windows.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Huh?
And she turns around a little ashamed. She didn't notice.
Yep.
For your help.
And she goes back to carving up chunks of her hog.
Wait, Cade, what were you saying?
Oh, no. I thank you for your help, and then I walk away. Because my quarrel is not with her. She was very nice during the first encounter. I don't particularly enjoy the constable. So.
Faye clops back to Kessim, and Bjorn is like, so apparently he's in that one, and points to the third house.
So I'll just walk up and knock real hard on the door.
Okay. It takes about 15-20 seconds, but you hear a thumping sound. And then there are footfalls, and opening up the main front door is Mr. Harbook. He has a cigar in his mouth, and he looks a little sleep-rumpled. His clothing is a little wrinkled, and he looks you up and down. And... Yeah.
Good morning, comrade. It is I, Dr. Boom. I have returned with the bounty.
He goes to start to shut the door.
Sorry,
And I
sorry.
stick my foot in the door.
No,
You
no,
can't shut it on me.
no.
We have done as you asked.
I haven't asked you to do anything.
He does he look back? Because Will's confused, not the dick.
No, we never got
Technically-
we never got sent on a job for this.
Why are we knocking? Why were we trying to get him then?
I don't know.
I thought
Because
we
you
were
guys
going here
forgot
for the bounty.
parameters of what you did.
We were caught trespassing.
Yeah,
and we
and
agreed to
then-
go do this job to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
There
Right.
was no.
Well, we should just let the sheriff know that we are adventurers who saved his town from this menacing person, and that we, if he ever needs someone, or if he would like to be generous
You know I'm right
for our
here.
hard work.
You had a
I can
Yes, I
hear
know, I know.
everything you're saying right
You
now.
had a necromancer outside your town.
You did. It is all true. Were you not the one who came to the
No,
The
he was
mines.
not.
You know,
Are
you
you
look very much
saying all
alike.
humans look alike?
To be honest, yes, you look just like him. I thought it was you that gave us this task.
No.
Faye steps in front of, and puts her hand on Bjorn and steps in front and goes, I apologize for his.
We don't appreciate that type of intolerance here in Red Larch.
I'm not being intolerant.
Of
Never mind.
95% white people?
You're not there, so
Anyway.
shut your bye hole.
Slip. I apologize.
Anyway, we just thought you should know that there was a necromancer and he's gone. So, thank you and goodbye. And Faye walks away, scuffles.
No, wait. Do you have the Snapchat of the symbol that we found?
Yes, I do, and
Snapchat.
I'm
and I'll
sorry.
pull out.
What's a Snapchat?
I will show you, if you don't mind. I'm sorry if I was somehow, I don't know, rude. But anyway, I'll pull out a little piece of like a little piece of wood that's about the size of an old floppy disk, and I'll touch it, and the image will appear of the eye that was on the little stand.
Is this like your call-in card or something?
This was on a bloodstained altar where he was raising undead.
And where was this?
Cave just outside of town, less than an hour away.
Lance Rock? He called himself the Lord of Lance Rock.
First name Bass.
You know, we got reports of people going missing out there, but I sent a couple of the, call them undersheriffs, and they didn't see anything. If what you say is true, I guess thank you for taking care of it. And he
There
steps
were
back
a
and
lot of
goes
people.
to shut the door again.
Thank you.
If you need any help, you can. We'll be at the tavern.
And he
Well,
locks
I
the
think
door.
that went well.
He didn't hate you this time.
We need
Him
to
and
make.
I will be friends before no time. You watch.
We need this man to be on our side.
Hey,
You-
we cleared out a threat. I think that's pretty good.
Listen, him and I, we share a common goal. The cigar he was smoking, it is my favorite brand. We will get along just fine. You watch.
I'm
Alright.
sorry that I forgot that this is all because we were in the quarry, but I do think it was important that we told the sheriff, and maybe his knowing of this will make him more willing to hire us in the future.
Yeah,
That's a
can I
positive
just
outlook.
say, I love the fact that you guys were like, we did a thing, let's go collect our money.
Oh, out of character, I knew that this was
Same.
not the way that we should be
Same.
going, but I
I
was
love
like,
it.
was
Thank
following
you.
these people.
yeah.
Well, I remembered all the like going to the quarry and falling in and whatever and getting sent there. I totally thought it was him because they called
Me
the
too.
town guard or whatever, and I thought it was him. So anyway,
We got some
No,
lackeys.
It was the
Mhm.
it was the quarry master.
it's the undersheriffs.
Lackeys.
Oh,
Yeah.
the lackeys that said that people were going missing. But that's what
Yeah.
it was. And we're like, okay,
'cause
we'll fix
the
that
lady
problem.
the lady went and got yeah.
We'll
Anyway,
fix
Yeah,
that
he
problem.
said for dragging him out of bed before he had to be,
Yeah.
you were to go
Mhm.
do the thing he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He'll give us money, surely.
Mm,
Probably not.
No.
Probably.
We don't know
Your
Owen's
penance
name,
for
so
trespassing. Sure, you can earn money for that.
Anyway, Faye
Yeah.
starts walking back,
Are the scrolls
humming a song.
still out, or were they put back in the backpack?
I put them away when nobody else could read them.
Fine.
You've ridden in that backpack before. And
I mean, yeah.
And
Nope.
I know that.
Yeah, exactly. Katie's just going to keep her eyes on the backpack as she walks back with them.
Okay. Can I get a perception check from everybody who is heading, I assume, back to the Swinging Sword?
what is up with these rolls
Miranda,
today?
what?
Miranda,
of
you need to
us.
start rolling real
Ouch.
dice.
Yeah.
I mean, I sent her a cameo present from Will Wheaton, but I didn't think it was real.
I got an 18.
Okay. The person of the four with a negative modifier. All right. So, Cade, as you guys are walking back, you feel a little bit of a rumbling beneath your feet. Doesn't last very long. But you notice it.
It's beneath my feet this time.
I'm not noticing the rumbling, just start skipping.
This is also the first time that I have ever noticed the rumbling because I never noticed the rumbling. So,
It's because of the yoga.
Is anybody else's feet like shaking?
Yeah,
Anybody
there
else
was
got
something
shaky feet?
earlier. Like when we were at the quarry.
I just felt it now.
Maybe we ask about it at the inn and not the authorities.
Yeah, good plan. They're not really helpful.
We haven't exactly ingratiated ourselves to them.
Well, they haven't ingratiated themselves to me, so
That's not how it works.
actually how it works.
Alright, so you guys are headed back to the Swinging Sword. We are going to jump over to the other half of this group.
I don't even know what ingratiated means.
What are Evane and Stack doing?
Okay. I appreciate your help. This has been something that has been like festering with me for a while. Remember when I showed you this previously? I'll take my book this to the left and I'll flip it upside down on the table where the cover is facing up, and along the spine there's a glass piece and it's just clockwork on the inside of the spine, and it branches out into the covers as well.
I do remember you showing me it previously. You said this is what you needed help tinkering with.
Yeah. So I know that like a wizard or whatever, but it's only because I'm a little bit smart. I've never gone to like a school or anything, and I'm just kind of like self-taught on the road, and kids help me out with stuff. And we stumbled upon this actually before we met Kesem, and it's broke. You see here, and the gears in the inside are like a watch
Jammed.
that doesn't work. They're like jammed and not working. And I really think that if we were to fix this, then maybe something else would happen.
Okay. Evane will go into her pocket and take out a little mini hammer, some tweezers, and a tiny little file.
Wait. Now
I'm
cast.
not going to touch it yet. Hang on. This is just my tinkering tools. This is what I have right now on me.
I'll cast light on my hand, and I will hold the prism that you've seen me use for spell casting to like focus it, almost like a spotlight, like straight down on the inside.
Okay.
Evane will pick up her tweezers and start to see if she can move the hands very carefully to see if they dislodge at all.
Okay. Make a tinkering check with advantage.
I can roll with, right?
Yep, we're not in combat.
That's
that-
an 11.
Plus proficiency plus dex,
Oh, I didn't add my
intelligence.
proficiency. So we added a separate skill,
Oh, I see.
but does it, and it already, I think, includes proficiency.
Yep, it includes your dex and your proficiency already. Okay.
So 11.
So you get in there and you think, while this light source is helpful, you really need more space to work. You really think you're going to have to start taking a few of these cogs out, maybe, to get in there and see what's holding it up. You don't have much visibility right now.
Okay. There's not a lot of room on this table, and I think that there's something stuck deeper than just what's on surface level, so I'm probably going to have to take some of the pieces off physically and then try to put it back together.
I'll leave the light and leave the light still in my hand, but I'll pull up the book and cast Mage Hand and just everything off the table and like swap everything is just on the fucking floor, and then bring it back down.
A couple patrons jump.
Sorry. Apologies.
You look over and a woman is wiping some oatmeal off of her face that has been flung at her.
Stack.
What?
You threw
And
oatmeal at that lady.
Jeffrey comes over with a little broom and a dustpan, and he's giving you the stankiest eye either of you have ever received before as he starts cleaning this up.
Jeffrey, actually, Stack, clean this up. No,
I don't have that spell today.
Nah, you're gonna do it by hand because this is what you did. Jeffrey, can you hand him the broom, please, and the dustpan?
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you. Clean it up. I'll work on your book.
Okay. Throws them down. Bring down light. I'll start sweeping.
I thought you said sleeping, and I was about to kick your ass.
Roll for an attack. I will clean, and after I do, I will assemble everything, put it in a trash bag, give him his stuff back, and say, "Sorry, I was really focused. Sometimes I get in the zone. I didn't mean anything by it," and I'll give him a silver. Jeffrey.
Oh, thank you, young man. That's, it's... As long as you own up to your mistakes, it's okay to make them.
I make a lot, so... Sorry.
Well, I'm not the one who got food on her face, but, that's alright.
I can be honest with you, her face is better that way. And also, could I get a mimosa with some of your nicer champagne for my friend? But wait until she's done with her work. I need her mind clear.
Sure.
Okay, how much is that? And he has like a little piggy bank that he pulls out and folds it open.
2 silver.
Um,
You want the finest champagne, you said.
Okay, fine. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring it. A couple of minutes, I'll bring it.
Okay, but maybe just wait for my hand signal.
How will I know what the signal is?
This.
That's just a wave. That's not a signal.
I'm not gonna wave at you. Nor.
Like, this is a signal.
Okay, you know what? Just deliver it to me. Just deliver it to me.
Oh, I can't. You're too young.
I will You know what? Forget it. He just storms back to the table.
Jeffrey looks down at now his 3 silver
Yeah.
and puts it in his pocket.
While this is going on, and Yvain's just cackling to herself, Yvain starts to kind of, as she's observing with the tweezers gently and carefully, she's seeing the different layers of which it goes on, and she's making a note of that order in her notes.
Okay.
And then she's going to, while using the tweezers and maybe a little bit of the tiny hammer as leverage, pop the pieces off one by one to see if she can get to the block.
Okay. Go ahead and make another tinkering check with advantage.
That's much better. That's a dirty 20. Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. cautiously, you take your time, and you start. You have to pull out a little screwdriver because a couple of the pieces are, your little hammer doesn't quite pry it off. You have to unscrew it properly. But then you have a nice little organized array of pieces in front of you. And as you get further and further down, you find that there is a little tiny piece of something white with some black marks on it. Looks like it got stuck underneath one of the cogs at the very bottom. So you use your tweezers and you pluck it out. Make an investigation check for me.
Yes, ma'am. 13.
Okay. It takes you a moment. But looking at the book and this item, you realize it might be like the very tip end of a quill was put in there and got chipped and stuck. And you think that if you can put all of this back together, perhaps you found the issue.
Okay. She turns to Stack and shows him the broken quill tip. Pretty sure this was the culprit.
Oh. So it's
And
working?
well, I gotta put it back together. And she kind of puts it down, looks at her notes, she methodically lays all the pieces out kind of in an order that she knows in her head, and looks at Stack and is like, don't touch anything, please.
Get it.
And she's going to attempt to assemble it again.
I'll take
All right.
the quill tip and I'll just kind of hold it in my hand looking at it.
Sure. One more tinkering check with advantage.
That's a 18. Oh, yeah, 18.
Okay. So you, referencing the notes you took, you start putting all the pieces back together. As you insert the last cog and screw it back into place, you look at it. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. You set it down, and there's a very faint whirring noise as it is pushed by it, no hand of your own, slightly towards Stack. And the closer and closer it gets to Stack, the louder and louder this whirring becomes until the cogs start turning and whirring and moving. And suddenly these miniature little arcs of color start jumping around from cog to cog. There's red, there's blue, there's green, there's yellow. And every time you see one, it's gone and another one comes into its place. It's this almost unending cascade of rainbow along this book.
I think we
as
did
reaches
it.
Stack.
Oh my. Huh.
Yeah! She goes up to give you a high five.
Barkeep, that's the signal. I guess. Come on. Anyway, thank you so much. Wow, this is I'm gonna need some time with this. I don't know. I've been stuck on this for months. You're great.
Try where I can to help.
And you're not dead, so maybe we get to do this again.
Well, I kind of have my own designs I want to work on too.
Well, I'm not a tinker by any means, but I can help with that. Canteen or elemental or something. Yeah. Wow. No, this.
Well, go on, read.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see what this does. I'm gonna shut it and I'm gonna take off. I'm out.
All right. And a minute or two later, the rest of the group arrives, And everybody is now back at the Swinging Sword. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It is now starting to get a bit livelier down in the dining area.
You know what
Faye
I
rushes in.
realized, Faye?
Go ahead. I was gonna say Faye rushes in pretty quickly and tries to pull Yvain aside, but if she's gonna say something, she would let her talk first.
You guys are back so soon. Oh, it was closed, wasn't it?
Let's
Yeah,
not talk about
and
it.
the sheriff wasn't even the one who sent us on the mission, but now they know about the necromancer, and they were very thankful for our help. Can I steal you for a second, Yvain?
Sure. She kind of collects her tools very methodically, puts them back in their little spot in her toolkit, and rolls it up and puts it back in her bag, and collects her papers. What's up?
This is probably going to become a problem pretty soon because I don't think Kate is going to keep her mouth shut. But you know, when Stack asked for the book and he got the book and it was not a lot,
Yeah.
well, there was more than just the book. And I don't want to tell Stack because I don't want to make Kessa mad, but I think he should know.
Are you telling
And
me
I
this
don't
in
know what to
Sylvan?
do. Yes.
I kind of want to see if anyone else can know what you're saying.
I'm distracted as shit.
That's-
I'm not
yeah,
even there.
that's-
Yeah.
Does
That's-
Kessim say, I know Sylvan guys in Sylvan?
No,
Okay.
she's not that bad.
Yeah, that's I want to
Mm.
see if someone else can speak Sylvan and is understanding what we're saying.
Okay. So, make a perception check.
Yeah, they're talking, but I'm making a beeline for my brother immediately. So
17.
Okay. And is Kessim observing this?
Quietly.
Okay. Is she making any sort of effort to disguise the fact that she is observing this? Okay.
No.
Yes, Kessim is listening to your conversation and you are aware.
I look at Faye and just kind of her eyes just wander over to Kessim and says, well, he's currently distracted right now because I fixed his other book, so maybe that delays it for a little bit until we can talk about it as a group.
I'm glad you were able to fix it, but I'm just telling you to prepare for something because I don't think Cade's very happy right now.
I'll talk to Cade.
Stack, get out.
Hey, look!
Hi.
Yvain fixed the
Hello?
book!
Okay.
You see?
Cool.
Oh, there's so much here! And look, the pen and everything, it moves on its own. Any spell, anything that I ever come across will be transcribed within seconds. This is beautiful. And I haven't quite figured this out yet, but there's a part here that if I use this as a focus and I can combine it with the prism, I can use to change the elemental This is incredible.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
It's okay. I did not understand like half of what you just said. But I am very excited for you. I'm also a little bit mad.
I walk up to Cade as this is going on.
I think that was happening at the same time, no?
Or is it?
She said she beeline.
Yeah,
she beeline.
Yeah.
It is while you guys are
still
talking.
mid-conversation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You
Right
got
on.
the book, but you didn't get the thing in the book.
I mean, the book was blank. I cast some magic on it to see if there was anything hidden within the pages, but I don't know if I'm clever enough to understand it. But I will unlock it eventually.
Apparently, there was a thing that was, I don't know, in or next to the book that Kessim has presently. They're like pieces of giant paper with like writing that I've seen in your books before. I don't know.
They are magical. They are scrolls of some sort.
Oh, yeah, Bjorn saw too.
Why would not give those to?
Do you have rights to all scrolls?
Oh no, I don't. Just been traveling with her for a while now, and that's like the like
Maybe
visibly hurt by it. Like,
Maybe you should ask her. There could be many reasons. It could be that she knows what they do and they are not spells you could use. Who knows? The religious hippie types, they always have different ways of looking at the world, so there could be many reasons.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like I heard words back there that involved, like, should I give this to Stack? Do I trust Stack with them? And therefore,
well,
it feels more like it was hiding.
I mean, this is true, but again, if you are someone who has a certain philosophy or a way of looking at the world and you believe, I don't know. Maybe it's best to just ask her instead of assuming. But what do I know? I just piss everyone off anyway, so I'm gonna go in the corner. And I'm gonna go light up a cigar and sit in the corner.
Okay. You pull up a seat, and next to you, passed out, is Jeffrey.
He's passed out.
Yeah, he's snoring.
Oh, I thought like something violent had happened. Like,
Next to me.
Well, he was also in the corner, like propped up out of the way. And you pull up a seat, and it happens to be near him.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I mean, you should talk to Kessim. I don't really know if they're of any value, but I figured you should know, because, like, keeping secrets is not great.
yeah, no, I'm yeah, from
I don't know.
that's like all you and I've been doing. We've been wandering the countryside trying to find things.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bjorn might have a point. I am
Well, no, yeah, I
not.
mean, he kind of does. Her magic and mine is different.
Yeah,
Go talk to her.
Let's or you. I mean, uh, I don't know if I'm gonna be of, like, any help unless you need me there for, like, support. Which I can do.
Get any money from the constable? If you did, get.
No.
Oh, here, and he pulls out a couple silver, gives it to you. Just get a drink.
Okay. I'll still be watching. Just make a signal.
Yeah,
If you know.
the signal.
The signal.
You would not believe
Yeah.
how many people do not understand that.
What? It's like the easiest signal ever.
Actually, now that I think about it, that's why we came up with that. Never mind. Enjoy your drink.
Okay. And I go get a drink. And I feel like they're only gonna give me apple juice.
Well, the good news is Jeffrey is asleep, so you can help yourself to anything you want at the moment.
Great.
It's so
I'm
much
just-
worse.
Yeah, I'm absolutely over there, like noticing that he's sleeping and just kind of reaching around him and grab like a little bit of whiskey and
The old
Just
reach around.
straight from yeah,
Yep, you certainly can.
whiskey and a banana.
Oh my god.
Nope. Not that one.
I will walk up to Kessim.
Evane, as you're walking up to Kessim, Evane steps in between and is like,
I look heartbroken, for the record. It's not violent.
she holds her hand and is like, Faye told me that you guys need to talk. I can help mediate if you prefer, or if you think you can solve it on your own, that's fine too.
You have to mediate.
Esm?
I found very bad things that no one should have.
Things that you understand?
Yes.
Go sit down. Please.
I will go to sit. Carrying magic missile. No, I'm kidding.
Cassim.
Sit.
Vane will pull up a chair. Okay. So, Kesem is going to talk about what we need to talk about, because apparently there's something you've been hiding from some of us. And then Stack will get to say how he feels, and we'll go from there. No talking over each other, okay?
I'm horrified by what's in content for spells. Okay, fine. I only have like things to say.
All right, Kesem, go first. What did you find?
I found 3 scrolls. They are the sort of magic I expect of a necromancer that should not be used.
It was in a necromancer's cave.
Mm-mm.
I was
No talking.
responding.
No.
This is a debate forum.
No. No interrupting. I'll gesture to you when it's your turn, okay? Please.
Fine.
Okay. Kesem, what were the spells specifically? Do you know?
Yes.
Vane will bring out her notebook. What were they?
Ray of Sickness, Dissonant Whispers, and Fast Friends.
What was the middle one again?
Dissonant Whispers.
Stack, have you ever heard of those?
Only one. My father actually is capable of one of these and used it frequently. Kind of. He doesn't have the best reputation.
Okay. Kesem, why do you think... why did you feel the need to hide them?
These are necromancy. This is mind magic. These are not things good people use.
Okay.
It's
Stack, how does it... Yes. She looks at you. Says, thanks for being patient. How does it make you feel that Kesem hid these from you?
Oh, we're not doing this. We are not doing this.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are.
Okay. You might know what these do, but you don't actually understand like the magic here. Okay? It is not something. It is. I actually got to roll for panic attack real quick.
Not hiding you.
No, we're fine. These are. You see, the school of magic's not the problem. It's the people that use them. That's it. I know you were only like given what the woods like shows you, but some of us have to learn. Some of us have to try. That's it. And the more that we know about these, the more that I can learn about the rest.
Okay. Go on.
Why didn't you just trust me to like handle them appropriately?
I was going to destroy them.
Why? Oh, that's dialogue. No one's interrupting anybody.
How do you feel about the fact that she's hid these from you? You still didn't say. You just gave reasons that were not your feelings.
I am I'm.
Can the rest of us hear this from across the room?
Yes, they are not being quiet at all. In fact, there's a few patrons who have gotten up and moved away to distance themselves.
So, can I walk up to the table and go up to Kessin? And I want to grab a fork off the table. And I want to stab it down really hard into the table, not into Kessin, but right next to Kessin's hand. Like, bam! Real hard. And I'm going to look at Kessin and say, I know we are not here to argue or take sides, but this fork, I could have stabbed it into your hand. It is a tool. It is used to eat with. It can also be used to harm. I agree with Stack. It is the item. The fork is not inherently a weapon unless you turn it into one. Sure, those spells are dangerous, but so are the fireballs that we shoot. So are the hell, the weapons that you can use. The magic you sling. It can be used to kill. What is the difference? Just because it has a certain dark flavor? These spells do not raise dead. They cause harm, just like anything else. Just a couple days ago, we were in the bandit camp. I shot my spell. I missed and caught the forest on fire. It is also dangerous.
Bjorn has a point.
He does.
Jack's having a panic attack.
Anyway, it is not my business. I was just my 2 cents for what it's worth. I'm gonna go back to the corner and sit down and take another little shot of whiskey next to our sleeping bartender.
Okay.
Kessim, Stack's clearly upset that you kept something from him,
No,
right? Am I right, or is it something else?
he can't speak.
It's about this time that the woman who got oatmeal splashed across her face, she actually approaches the table and she reaches into her purse and she pulls out a brown paper bag and she puffs it open with her hands, grasps the ends of it together to make a little bit of a breathing hole, and she silently hands it over to Stack.
I'll CO2 poison myself. Let's go. Hey. That worked. 16 plus 0.
Thank
She
you.
just pats you on the shoulder and she leaves.
Upset. I would wield these well. I only know what one of them do, but let me at least look at the rest. I mean, what, you want to destroy them?
I'd prefer people not use them, but if you can use them well, she'll slide them over.
And I mean, you can always work your way up to them, right? It's not like you have to use them right now.
There's 3 on the table, like folded piece of paper. Okay. We'll compromise. What are your concerns?
Ray of Sickness is similar to what everybody already has. I just have a distaste for poison.
Well,
Dissonant Whispers, I don't know enough about other than to know it's not good.
well,
Fast
That's the one that I know about. That my dad
This one feels manipulative.
is.
So maybe we don't use that one right now.
Well,
Or ever.
honestly, Bjorn's over in the corner. Get back. Honestly, you should maybe give this to Bjorn. He's probably the smartest among us, but people don't like him.
Oh, I think this will massively backfire.
Oh, and I just want your concerns. Let me read them all, and I'll explain them to you. I'll be honest, and whatever you feel comfortable with me keeping, I'll keep.
That's fair.
And the rest you burn? Sounds like you don't want to sell them.
Well, maybe at
If
least
we really
Oh.
need materials, but Bjorn is right. His friend has less morals than us.
Oh no, not that guy. He sucks. He sucks. I think actually, maybe Yvain, you could utilize some of these as well. Just as a one-off. A one-off use. If you're really in a pinch. No malicious intent or anything like that, but I would like the chance to.
You okay with that, Kessim?
That's agreeable.
And kind of my thing, so like maybe we, I don't know, have a little bit more faith in you, I guess. I assumed that you did.
It's not about you, it's about the nature of this magic.
You know, you say that, but like, the arcane's different.
Divine can also be corrupted.
Yeah, but divine comes from the strength of like the person that bestows the gift, or the deity, the patron that gives the gift. Arcane is more from like within. It's channeling. It's the ley lines. It's the elements, and so it's the caster. It's not anybody else. So like maybe just
We did learn about the weave. I promise.
I just say have faith in me.
I do. I wouldn't want these spells to change you.
Ignore that.
That's
Understand.
that's fucking awkward. Yeah.
Didn't mean to do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. For anybody in the chat, Will just accidentally rolled a spell attack.
I was messing with my spell bonuses, making sure my infusion was working. I did not mean to do that.
Well, I don't know. It hurts. So if any of these you have problems with after we speak about it, can destroy them or sell them.
I know you have things you need to purchase. If that's how they would be best disposed of, then so be it.
What, the evil guy?
No, hopefully to anybody else.
Well, we'll figure that out. Here, let me explain it to you. And I'll pull her aside. And I know Alexandra knows what all these spells are, but it's
Well, point of order. Make an Arcana check, please.
oh, me?
You.
A lot.
Over 10?
Yeah, 24.
Okay, so you can very easily read the Ray of Sickness and Fast Friends one, but the Dissonant Whispers, you're able to make out, but you know that you are not capable of casting this spell.
Interesting. Okay.
Layman's terms, it is a bard
Bard
or
spell.
the
Yep.
Great Old One spell. But in fact, I think you are the only one in the current setup who can do Ray of Sickness. And only yourself or Kesem could do Fast Friends.
Okay. So nobody could attempt to with their spell modifier, like to do a DC roll.
We can talk about it. According to the DMG, the answer is no. It is illegible. But we can say, since you were able to read it, you were able to decipher all three of them. If you want to take the time to explain it to somebody else and tell them what they're supposed to do, they can attempt to do it. It'll just be a difficult DC.
Okay. I will explain that in D&D terms, like in-game terms to Kesem, and we might got all wound up over nothing.
Kesem, in the future, if you find magical items, even if you think they may be dangerous, I think it's best to just let us decide as a group what we do with them.
Oh yes, this is definitely the worst way this could have gone.
I'm mad at you. Know that, right?
And I trust you. I just... That man did terrible things to people who didn't have a choice.
I agree. I feel like I displayed that fervently. Or look, for me, the arcane and all of its practitioner is about bending the elements and manipulating the world around you, not people. I've seen enough of that, dead or alive. So, I don't think anybody is capable of doing this properly. This Dissonant Whispers might be something hilarious for Fate to have as a one-liner, because she's so quick and clever. But I will say that this one in particular, this Ray of Sickness, it's something that I would like.
Okay.
And the only reason being is because Kate is always in the front lines, backing against other baddies, and if I do this makes them weaker. They're hitting her.
Yes.
So I would like to. I don't care what you. I don't care. Okay.
That's okay.
Do you hand back the other spells?
Yep.
To her?
Yep.
And I think that's a good place to take a break. Because that was some wound cleansing RP. Great job, everybody. That was wonderful from every single person. We are going to take a 10-ish minute break. We'll be back soon. It is now about 9:30 in the morning, as you guys have been having an emotional roller coaster so far of a morning. People have come down for breakfast. People have come down and left from breakfast. Jeffrey was eventually woken by one of the patrons who was trying to check out and needed to turn in their key. And you guys have the rest of the day ahead of you. What are your plans? That's great. Wonderful. Sounds good.
Go ahead.
So I know that we wanted to get something appraised and looked at to see what they were. I think we're going to attempt to find to pool our money and see how much we actually had to buy certain items, what those were. We still have to kind of discuss. I know out of character, but in character I don't think we know.
I also have that weird orb that I'm carrying. It is magical, but we don't know exactly what it is. Evocation, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was one of the things we were gonna go get checked out to see if we know what it actually is / does.
Or are we going to take 2 minutes having this conversation? That's a mechanical question.
Is it? Yeah, sure.
If we're back in character. The only thing that I'm really fussed about is a pearl, but if you'll excuse me, I need to work. I'll open my spell book and start transcribing Ray of Sickness.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking about things we need, I'd like to upgrade my armor because, you know, it was a little scary with the spears and the javelins and the undead things. I'd like to be a little bit more protected.
That's totally valid. So it sounds like we need to go shopping, and the armory, and at least Bjorn's friend's place, the Sundries shop that I can never remember the name of.
Velivo Sundries.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was not in character. Kate has no idea.
So
I took no notes on that entire RP. Sorry, I have to fix my notes.
So I guess we collect everyone up and then we can, window shop.
45 seconds. This new book is doing most of the work.
That's fine. I'll go get Bjorn. Yvain will walk over. Are you ready? We're gonna go shopping. It's probably your favorite thing to do, right?
Absolutely. I get up every morning and I look forward to going to Velivo Sundries.
Well, we're also going to the armory, so...
Make a history check, Bjorn.
A history check.
A history
Alright.
check, yep.
Mm-mm.
Nat 20. 23.
Okay. Nice. So you've been through here a couple of times. You know that there are other stores aside from Balavo's. He's just the most interesting in your mind because of the sheer randomness of goods he might have. But there is an armorer, there's a smithy, there's a clothier, there's a place that specifically just sells there's a tannery. You know that there's a market once a week. You know that there's a place where it is part barber, part tool supplies place. There's a number of different places you can go if you don't want to go to Valavo's.
Well, you do realize that Velivo is not the only store in town, yes? There's lots of places. There's general goods stores. There's places for armor and weapons. There is even a guy. I have an accent. There's even the guy who he cuts hair and sells tools. It's a fantastic place. Just a thought.
I actually am in the market to buy an herbalism kit, if we can find one of those as well. We should probably sit down, make a list, so that way we don't forget anything, right?
Yes, a list is always good.
Okay, well, come back to the table. Everyone else is sitting there.
All right, is the argument over? It looks like stack 1, yes?
There's no... It's all solved, yeah.
Good. I will come rejoin the party. Put out my cigar.
Done. And done.
As you are headed back towards the table, there is a loud boom. This boom is so reverberating. You feel it down to your soul. It is emanating from somewhere outside, and there seemed to be almost like a whiplash in the air. And there's a good 5-second silence after this boom. and then screams and cries for help can be heard from somewhere to the south of the swinging sword.
So I immediately, as soon as that happens, I immediately stop. My eyes get real big, and I start patting myself down. Was that me?
Mm,
We
Well,
have to
I'm
find
good.
out what that was.
Surprisingly, that's not you. And Evane runs out of the swinging sword to
I'm-
see if there's a vantage point that what's happening.
I'm right behind you.
wonder if there's a Mrs. Dr. Boom somewhere.
Not
If we
that I know of.
switch to the map,
Here.
Evane, as you head outside, you can see there's a big cloud of dust, so you aren't able to see the details. But there's a number of people running towards this center four-way intersection of town where there seems to be a ring forming. And you can hear a number of cries. Somebody is yelling, "My son! My son!" Somebody is yelling, "Get a ladder! Get a ladder!" And somebody else is yelling, "The Delvers must not be angered!"
The daughters must not be angered.
Couldn't hear it, but it was the Delvers must
Delvers.
not be angered.
Okay.
Oh.
Evane will continue running up towards where the cloud is and stop right before she gets to the edge and look down.
Okay.
Look
What
unnatural.
you see? Is it? Are you following?
Oh yeah, we're all out.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you all approach, you see a 50 to 100 townsfolk have come and are starting to swarm this, what appears to be a sinkhole of some sort. If you want to make an investigation check or a nature check, I'll leave that up to you, Stack. But you can.
12.
12.
Investigation.
You've never seen a sinkhole up close before, so you don't have a visual to compare it to. But from what you can tell, it looks like there is a drop somewhere in the middle and a gradual decline of earth around the ring of the hole, and you think it might be natural. It's not like something went outward, something went down.
How far down does it go?
If you scooch up closer, you can peek down somewhere between 20 and 40 feet. And as you look over, there are 3 small children and some broken pieces of wood that are sitting in a mound of dirt that far down.
The woman, is she still frantically looking for her kid who's down there?
There is a woman on her hands and knees and fruitlessly reaching out her arm nowhere that's impossible for her to reach. She is yards away. But
Is the child can we see the kid? Is it within visible or is there stuff on top?
it takes a couple of minutes for the dust to clear because it's literally just happened and dirt is still sprinkling down. But once visibility becomes apparent, you can look over and you can see 3 small kids, one of which is a boy who is holding onto an injured knee. From what you can tell looking down, the only easily and readily apparent things are dirt, children, and some broken pieces of wood.
There's multiple children in the hall.
There's 3 that you can see.
Okay.
Down in the hole. Okay.
Down in the hole.
Then I will immediately not even ask questions. I'm going to tie my rope around myself and throw the other end to Cade. And if Cade takes the rope, I would intend to just jump down and basically try to lower myself down.
Okay. People see you wrapping rope around yourself and they start clearing a path for you. And there's a couple people who are like, back up, out of the way, out of the way. One older gentleman starts to get in your way and like raise a hand, and he says, "Be patient, be patient. We'll get a ladder. It'll be fine." And somebody else like shoves him back, and I'm like, "It's a child. It's a child, Alberi. It's fine." And what's your passive insight?
Mine 12.
Yeah. Okay. You're moving quickly. You're not quite sure. He seems to be genuinely concerned about both you and the kids. But he is the only one protesting your descent. But yeah, if you want to get to the edge, Cade holding on to your rope, you can rappel down. I
Okay.
need an athletics check, please, from both of
Okay.
you.
Since I have the rope tied around me, would I do it with advantage?
No, but I've lowered the DC for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was worth a try.
I'm gonna wrap the rope around me so that I'm using my legs instead of my arms to keep me holding.
19.
All right.
24.
Nice.
Okay. So Cade plants her feet in and leans back, her heels digging into. You're able to find a not loose patch of dirt, and fairly easily, Bjorn, you're able to rappel down into the hole. You drop about 30 feet, and you land on a small mound. And when you do, a somewhat familiar little girl with plaited blonde hair runs up to you and throws her arms around the closest part of you she can reach, and is just bawling her eyes out.
I will just say to her, you must be careful when you're playing hide and seek, little one. Would I be able to grab all the kids at once, or probably not? I have to go up one at a time.
Yeah, 2 at a stretch, but probably 1.
Okay. So I'll grab her in one arm, and then I'll reach inside my cloak, and I will pull out what used to be an amethyst. I will pull out this little contraption, and when I push the button underneath it, it unfolds and looks like a little dragon. That's tiny. It's my homunculus, and I will
think
bring.
it's supposed to unfold, but nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay. I was going to have it keep the kids company. All right. So I will say, wait here. We will be back. Don't move. And I will try to climb back up with the girl holding on to me.
Make another athletics check.
You
I am
want
not
me
the
to
person
pull to help you up?
That would be a good idea. This child is
Yeah.
a bit much.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like walk backwards, digging my heels in to help.
When you
pull.
go to do that, somebody, a gentleman, steps forward and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "No, you stay put." And he reaches for the rope and attempts to pull, so that you are still the anchor and somebody else is pulling up. So you can roll with advantage, Bjorn.
Ooh,
Good, because I got a
thanks.
5.
Yeah, I see that.
Better, but not good. 11.
You are able to make your way up. All right, are you taking the little girl who threw herself at you first?
Yeah.
Okay. She is bumped a couple of times unintentionally up against the wall as you are rising, and that causes some more dirt to fall down. But when you get about 10 to 5 feet from the surface, there are many arms there reaching to take her from you, and she's able to be lifted up. And there's a gentleman from the back yelling, "Melissa! Melissa!" And he runs forward to take her.
Okay.
Now there's 2 more kids stuck in a hole.
And as I reach the edge, I'll look at Yvain and kind of gesture to her arm. You may be a better choice for this. You're a little stronger than I, but I will start lowering myself back down.
Okay. All right. Check again.
You're muted, Nikki.
Oh, Nikki.
She was talking.
My bad. Yvain will look at Bjorn going back down, roll her eyes, get out her own rope, tie it around, and hand it to Cade and say, "Do you think he can manage?"
Sure.
Okay. And she's going to attempt to go down and grab a kid as well.
Okay,
Wrap
so I
a
need both of
second
you.
rope around me.
Yep, I need both of you to make athletics checks. I need Cade to roll. It's just going to be flat. It would be at disadvantage, but there are people around, and seeing you get a second rope around you, you are now being held in place by a few sturdy people.
Cool.
14.
Okay.
18.
You're able to...
That's a 10.
All right. Cade starts to slip forward a bit, and somebody actually throws themselves in front of her feet and like wraps themselves around her legs to hold her in place. And both Bjorn and Yvain are able to make it down to this dirt pile. And there is a little boy with short brown hair and a little girl with a short redhead pixie cut.
Okay.
Did you get him? Did you get him?
Yes, we're coming back up, and I'll grab the little boy. Come on, son.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Hold on
Help,
tight.
help with the ropes.
This little boy is crying and holding on to his knee, and as you go to pick him up, he gives out a cry of pain. And
Bjorn, be gentle.
his leg is bent at an unnatural angle.
Okay. Seeing his leg, does the ground we're on, does it look like unstable, like it could fall?
Let me show you.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have so much rope burn from this.
Yeah. The Winter Soldier here, however, is not.
All right. So this round circle that you were in, that's about 20 by 20 feet. That is the mound of dirt. Right here is the mound of dirt
Okay.
with sunlight peeking in from above. I'm going to
Okay.
reveal a bit. Do you have dark vision?
I do. 60 feet.
Okay. So looking around, as you take a quick peek as you are picking up this little boy, you see there's a bit of it's a dark chamber. From what you can tell of the floor, it actually appears to be smooth bedrock. It is not just a cave that you have fallen into. It is not earth that you have landed on, and it's not like an upside down cone. You have fallen into some sort of man-made space.
Okay. But what we're standing on right now, all the rubble, does it look like it's in danger of shifting or falling?
The mound that you're on is rapidly like diffusing, like spreading out a bit. But there's maybe about a half a foot height from the floor of this room, this cavern, and the dirt that you were on. So there's not much space to like slide out from.
Okay. Then if I don't feel like we're immediately in danger and seeing the boy's leg, before I take him up, can I try to make a splint?
Yeah, there's some broken pieces of wood down here if you'd like to try and salvage some.
Yvain just goes, wait. And she looks at the kid and says, "This is going to hurt just a little bit. I'm going to count to 3 and try to fix it, okay?"
And I will give him a little piece of stick and say, put this in your mouth, son. You can bite it. It's going to hurt, but we're going to try to help you.
Okay. And he puts the stick in like point first.
Okay.
Vane will turn it like to the so it's that way.
Yeah. So, can I roll a medicine check?
Well, I got this.
Okay.
Vane will just go 1, 2, and then she'll shift the leg back into place, and you see a bright blue magic flow from her arm as she casts Cure Wounds.
Okay. How much does she cure?
It looks like she cures.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah. The bone. There's an audible snap as it pops back into place. But luckily, the bone itself did not pierce the skin. The leg now seems to be in one solid piece, and aside from a loud scream when the leg started to move back into proper position, the little boy reaches forward and gently touches the edge of his calf and starts to flex his foot and his toes, and it seems to be all better.
Okay, he's gonna take you up now, okay?
And I will scoop him up and
You're
just
so
kind of
brave.
I'll scoop him up and kind of give a little nod to Evane, like, good job type thing. Hold on to me, son. You'll be all right. And I will start trying to go back up.
Okay. When the tension is felt on the rope, a bunch of hands grab and start heaving, so you have advantage on your way back up. And there's still cat calls from above.
I'm probably just lifted
14.
in the air.
Yeah, you're being held by multiple people.
I don't appreciate
You and this little boy are able to make your way back up, and the frantic woman from before yells out a sobbing, "Henry!" and goes running and picks up her boy and just starts laying kisses all over his face and starts rocking him back and forth, just saying his name over and over again.
And then I will immediately rotate over and grab a hold of Evane's rope to help assist people in pulling that one up.
Evane gestures to the little girl. All right, your turn. Are you ready?
She has been silent this whole time, and she has really wide eyes. And Evane, looking at her, you can see that her ears are slightly pointed. And she's just pointing past you. This direction. That's not
I can't
the
see.
map.
This way? This way?
Am I on the wrong layer?
North, south,
I'm
east,
on
west.
the wrong layer. Take a drink.
I do it all the time.
Everybody drink, yeah.
Yeah, off to, I guess, on our visual of the map, to the east. She's just pointing.
We're gonna worry.
And
yeah,
as a human, you cannot see. It's darkness.
we're gonna worry about whatever's there later, but we're gonna go up right now, okay? Okay. And she just grabs hold and looks up and is like, all right, let's go.
Okay. Athletics check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
All right. You're able to make it back up. And when you do, there is a very elderly man and woman who are standing there and pick up this little girl. You can hear them call her Pepper. And they start stroking her head and looking at her hands and her legs, making sure everything's all in one piece. But she seems to almost pay them no mind and looks back at you with ginormous eyes and a pleading look on her face.
Evane will pull out a piece of paper and say, do you think you can draw me what you saw?
Let me me roll performance and see what happens.
I'll lean over and lend a quill.
Okay. You are a little bit taller than her. And she takes it from you. No facial expression, and draws a circle connected to a line, connected to 2 arms and 2 legs, and a brownie face in it.
Is this the Delvers?
She just looks at you.
Thank you.
And at that, the elderly woman starts gesturing her away, trying to get her away from the edge of this pit. And now that all the children have been brought up, there are some people who are trying to form a perimeter and push people back.
Was there any reaction to the woman that was ushering her away at Yvain saying this was the elders, or was this the Delvers?
Make an insight check.
Can I help?
Sure, you can give advantage.
Worse. 10.
And there didn't seem to be any recognition.
Yvain will pocket the drawing for right now.
Okay.
There's no more kids down there that I saw. And Yvain will kind of gather everyone up, like she wants to kind of whisper it away from the crowd. She did see something else.
I'll leave it.
Okay. We walk over that way. And Yvain will pull out the picture that she drew. There was something else in the cave that she saw that she was freaked by. She has not said a word. She didn't say a word. So whatever it is, I think we need to take care of it.
I agree, and so the rest of you are aware that is not the cave. I know I can see a little better in the dark than you, Yvain. That place was man-made. Whatever's down there, I didn't see it, but the ground is. It is not natural. So
How
we're
far
piecing together.
How far down
Go
was it?
About 30 feet or so, but I didn't get to look well. I was busy with children, but there was a possible cave entrance or a hallway that kept going. We should definitely check it out.
So you're saying that these kids were standing in the road and then suddenly they accidentally fell into an underground layer of some sort?
I mean, there wasn't much down there for being an underground layer, but something, some sort of tunnel that collapsed, who knows?
Yes, it was definitely something that was made. It was not a natural formation.
Do you think the town would let us go back down there now?
I think the more important question is, would the town let us go back down later? Or we have other things that we're attending.
But there could be something down there right now.
I agree, and I think we should just go. Let them try to stop me.
I think they're just trying to keep people safe. I think they would let us in if we were trying to help.
And if they don't, I'll move them.
No.
If they don't, I'll move them.
No.
Yvain will walk back to the crowd and say, "Do you mind if we go back down one more time?"
Well, as you get closer, you can see that there is now a number of the undersheriffs there, and the constable himself, and they are setting up a bit of a perimeter. You're able to push your way to the front, and there is a woman who is hastily taking a couple of pieces of boards and propping them up in a barrier fashion. It's very, very haphazard. And she's the one that you were able to ask this question. And she looks up. She's like, no, that's a terrible idea. We don't know if this is going to spread any further. It's best if you just back up 100, 200 feet.
We did see something down there when we were rescuing the children. I think it might be best if we go back down right now, just to see what it is.
What do you mean by something?
Evane will pull out the piece of paper. I know this isn't a good drawing. A child did it. But she saw something and was freaked, and we can take care of that for you.
Halbert. She motions over, and the constable comes. And comes up. Yeah. This woman, she was one of the ones who went down for the kids. Yeah, they told me. She says that they saw somebody else down there that one of the kids saw, and she points to the picture. And Hobart goes, do you think maybe somebody else fell? Do we need medical professional?
We have a medical professional.
Please, my god.
He looks down at you and then just glances over, paying you no mind whatsoever. And if there's more injured, we need to go back in, of course.
We don't know if it's something that needs to be saved, more something that could be needing taken care of, and we can do that for you, as you know.
Make a persuasion check.
$12.
I don't know. He looks down to the woman next to him, and she just sort of shrugs. And there's a pause where their eyes connect, and he looks at you, and then he glances over into the hole. Says, well, we were gonna check it out later once we were sure it wasn't gonna spread anymore, but I'm not paying you.
It's fine.
Okay.
I cover Stack's mouth. That's fine.
He reaches into a little fanny pack he has off his hip, and he pulls out a whistle, and he's going to hand it to you, and he says, you find somebody hurt, you blow this, and we'll have the cavalry ready to help haul them back out, okay?
Will do.
Do you want us to heal them?
That would be nice. And somebody calls from behind him, and he looks over. Yeah, one minute. I'm not asking you to do anything. It is your prerogative if you're gonna go in, but I'm not gonna stop you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I gotta go. And he turns and he starts to leave.
All right.
What do you? All right. Decision. We're not just going.
Of course
Evane
we are.
ties the rope around her waist.
No,
hands it to Cade.
You put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. No.
I have a question.
Yeah, Faye.
Once we go down, how does Cade get down?
I'll go down first because I think I can maybe try to see if it's still there with my orb.
I'm a jump, because that's fun.
I have questions about how I'm getting down.
We're not gonna jump. Never mind, you can all jump.
Yeah, feather fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you jump, Cade, let me go down first and see what's down there, okay?
Okay.
Just kidding. You
Wait,
cannot all
no.
jump. You cannot all jump.
Can you hold this for me, please?
Yes.
Wait, Yvain, you can't see in the dark.
He's got a light bulb thing.
Oh, I got you.
Not
Would
a
you
light
prefer to go
bulb, but
down,
a bulb
Kessim?
that is light.
You're pretty big. You might not. You might need to. You could just
Yeah.
climb down.
I
You can
just-
come
I'm
with me.
gonna just light a torch and toss it down the hole.
Okay.
Evane will go
There's
down.
now a torch in the hole.
Where something exploded previously. There's no trace of
Nope.
explosives left down there.
Nope.
No, I'm not gonna start saying chemicals. That would be a bad thing to do on the internet.
Nope. I don't like this.
Do I make it down?
I need an athletics check from both you and Kate, please.
Dope.
19.
That is a 9.
All right. You are climbing your way down. You get to the end of ground level, and you have about a 25-foot drop to the ground. When suddenly you start sliding. Can I get a dexterity check,
Ow, ow, ow,
please?
ow, 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 ow.
Dexterity check from Cade. Saving
Oof.
throw. See if she can catch herself.
Dexterity
Could any of us close
save.
by try to use our reaction to grab a hold of Kate
Grab
and
her?
help her?
Just two
That-
down at a time, I think.
Oops.
Well, only one person can do it, and it is her. If somebody wants to help her, they can use their reaction to try and stabilize her. Give her advantage on the roll.
That is a 16 on dexterity save.
Okay. So Yvain, you drop about 5 feet, and then there's a sudden jerk as Kate is able to stop herself from skidding forward anymore.
Sorry. Kind of burnt out from the last however long I was doing this.
That's fair. I'm also tall. Kessim, you want to come down?
Not until we have a slightly more secure way to do this.
All right.
Well, she is able to now slowly drop you the rest of the way down. And you are able to see this large cavern. The walls are not perfect. It is a cave of sorts as far as the wall is concerned, but the floor are slabs of stone. They were put here with purpose. With the torch that is on the ground, you can only see out about 40 feet. But if you want to pick it up and start peering around as you get closer, this looks to be a door with a handle that is shut. And to the north is a hallway of sorts.
Which direction was the little girl looking at?
She was pointing towards this door.
Okay. There's a door down here, guys. Something must have gone in it. You want me to check it out?
I wouldn't do that
Caves.
alone.
Caves
Wait-
and
wait for
doors.
us.
Is there more wine down there?
Doesn't feel like that.
Wait for us. We are coming as well. I'll try to lower myself back down as well.
Ask.
All right.
This time,
Yeah.
however, because Cade looks tired, I will throw the rope to Kessim. Would you be able to hold this for me? You're
Ask for a letter. Gosh.
That's a good idea. Hey, guard, do you have a ladder?
Yeah, we can get one. And she motions over to. There's actually a couple of ladders. It looks like people had gone home to grab some when the children fell, and by the time they brought them, the children were safe. But she points to one, and a couple of people pull one over, and you now have a 50-foot ladder.
Big ass ladder. All right,
Good.
so I'll go down the ladder, and when I get to the bottom, I'll be like, Yvain, why did you use the rope? This was way easier.
Well, I was the one that even thought of it. You were gonna follow me the same way. I don't want to hear it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
I'll
come on,
smile.
I can do one more, guys.
Cade, climb down the ladder.
Do a fireman
Slide.
descend.
Like a
yeah.
slide.
Yeah.
While they're coming down,
Might hit every rung on the way down, but
Doosh, 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 doosh.
I'm gonna. Go ahead, Will.
I say, Beth, while they're coming down, I want to pull out the little amethyst and start messing with it and see if I can figure out why it wasn't working.
Make an investigation check. Or a tinkerer's tools, one of the two, whichever you prefer.
what you doing?
Rolling tinkering to 19.
In character, Will. In character.
Oh.
Rolling tinkering.
He would pull it out and be like, just kind of looking through his little eye visor thing and just trying to like inspect it and figure out why it didn't work earlier when he pushed the button.
Okay.
Vane is asking you, what are you doing?
Well, if I can get this to work, you'll see. It is it should be a little companion to help us, but it's not working.
Just for purpose of getting people on the board, is everybody going down via ladder, I assume?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anybody
Immediately
Faye,
behind Cade.
Faye
Faye?
goes down, but she takes a really long time and obviously hates the ladder.
Every moment of
And
it.
when she, every single moment of it, and when she gets down to the bottom, she goes, you know, horse hooves and ladder rungs just don't go together.
I told you I could do another one.
You know, we could try making you some shoes.
We will get there.
Will, you are looking at your little homunculus and you're testing a few pieces and you're lifting others and looking at it, and you feel pretty confident that you made it properly. You take a look at the gem again and you tap it, and the only thing that you can think of is maybe it's just not powerful enough for this thing you're trying to do.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
All right. Through the door or through the tunnel?
Can we look at the door first, please?
Mm-hmm. Vane will lead the way.
Stack's going to get nervous.
Let's put the map on the screen for the stream.
Yes, thank you. I apologize.
Yep.
Stack's gonna get nervous. And he's gonna touch his chest and press in, and those little arcs of lightning start coursing all over his skin. Mage armor.
Nice.
Do you want to lift?
What's the door look like, DM?
You can make an investigation check if you would like to know more, but it just looks like a stone slab with a handle.
I would help you.
Okay. That's a 9.
With advantage?
With advantage?
Yeah. I
Oh,
rolled a 2 and a
no.
3. Or well, low. I
Mhm.
rolled low.
Yeah, it's a door. Looks to be of the same material as the floor below you.
Kate, do you want to help me with this?
Yeah.
Can Can I? It's just a slab, and it doesn't look like it opens a certain way. Besides having a handle on one side, right?
That is correct.
Okay. You want to try to push that way while I pull, or you want to try to pull and I'll push?
I'll push.
Okay.
Is the handle bottom, middle, side, top,
In the door.
or like embedded?
From your perspective, looking at the door, it is on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And it's not like a handle, it's like carved in.
I hadn't thought of the details of the handle, but I like the idea of it being
Intricate door.
engraved into the door.
Okay.
So yeah.
Does it look
Light-
to be there's a lock?
You did not see one with your investigation check.
Okay.
Light spell.
Okay. On
All right.
yourself, on somebody else,
Cade.
on Cade.
On the count of 3, you push, I pull.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
3.
And we try to open the door.
Okay. You can both make strength checks if you'd like.
10.
12.
Okay. Well, you begin to pull, and you stumble because it slides open very easily as it pulls towards you. And behind it, you see a hallway. And I'm just going to go forever because Kesem is with you and can see 300 feet.
I'm sorry.
Just
That's
clear the
okay.
entire bottom half of the map, Beth.
Sorry, not
Fine.
sorry.
I didn't pick this class for that. It's just a nice side effect.
All right. You see a long hallway in front of you that stretches maybe 150, 200 feet. And it is blocked at the end by another door, like the one you just opened. And you can see Kesem a couple of branches off the hallway.
Do we let whatever she saw know we're here?
I mean, we are not the sneakiest bunch. I don't know if we'll have much of a choice.
Well, we can announce ourselves as opposed to barging in.
It is my experience that most creatures that live below the ground, they are not very friendly, but we can try. It's up to you.
I mean, I've lived above the ground my whole life and in a forest. This is very far from what I know.
Well, my people live underground, and there's not very many things that are friendly down there, including my people, to be fair. But
So maybe we should sneak.
If we're sneaking, then I'll sneak.
Anyone want to go first?
Not me.
I mean, I have the light, so maybe I'll go first. I don't know.
Okay.
The light's not very sneaky, though, if we're trying to sneak.
That is true. So maybe I'll be in the back?
I mean, we can all see better now, yes? We shouldn't need a light.
I mean, I need a light. I cannot see anything.
Same.
We have a lot of very
Okay.
blind people.
Oh, did you not do your Twilight thing? I thought you did.
Nope.
Oh,
It's only good for an hour, and I think we're going to be down here longer than that.
my bad.
If there's a boss fight, if there's a fight, I'll pop it up.
I mean, whatever you guys want to do. I don't control the light. I just control my body and where I move. So, if you want the light gone, gotta talk to Stack.
Am I the only one that has dark vision? Naturally?
I have stupid dark vision.
Yeah, she's the one
Okay,
who
yeah,
has 300 feet.
Yeah.
No for me, Yvain, or Cade.
So you
Or
have
me.
the long dark vision even without using the
Oh
twilight
yeah,
thing.
I always
Yeah.
get stupid dark vision.
That's great.
I can just give other people also stupid dark vision.
Cassim, maybe you
don't-
should lead.
Well, before we do that,
Well, I am not
we
stealthy.
we don't see the creature of whatever it was down here, and that's what we kind of came down here to do. So maybe we could investigate later when we get the things we want and feel a little bit more secure. Going down whatever it is here. It sounds like the constable was going to investigate later anyway.
So are we going down or are we gonna go check the other part?
Well, the little girl was kind of freaked out this way.
Hmm.
So whatever was here, I don't think is still here or could be deeper. And I don't necessarily feel like we need to chase it right now.
Not to speak ill of the constable or his people, but I worry how they would have handled some of the magic we dealt with.
This looks a bit like some sort of a labyrinth, and I don't know if this is maybe the best idea. I don't know why we're doing this. There's no kids missing. We're not missing any in anything down here. I understand that there's tremors and stuff, but I mean, if we're so insistent on coming down here, I think that we should at least go to the shop and try to be stronger. I did some things, some expended. I don't know.
I agree. And again, the thing that I wanted to see that was down here, if it was still down here, doesn't seem to be here. So I think we can come back. The constable's not paying us, so it's kind of
That's kind
as
of
long,
my
you know.
point. But we're not heroes or anything. This is a lot. I understand that probably the tremors are a part of everything, but
Right, but we can be safe and smart about it by getting the things that we need to be stronger. So we don't have to go down this tunnel right now.
safe and smart. That is why I love you. Okay, yeah, let's
Let's go back.
Shopping
Right.
spree?
So we're not killing things. You got
Not
it.
right now. Maybe later.
All right, and I will hesitantly follow you guys back up the ladder.
You'll get to
I-
hit things later, Kate, I promise.
I will guide Faye to walk up the
Okay.
ladder.
Mm.
Even if it's me.
I don't want to hit you. You helped my brother.
Well, we can spar. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
I mean, no disrespect to you or your appendage, but she will beat the fuck out of you.
I think you'd be very stupid to underestimate me.
I'm just going off what I'm seeing. I've been with Kate for a long time. I've been with you for a couple of days, and I'm already down a health potion. So, I'm just saying, rules be rules.
Which I didn't want you to do, by the way. But again,
I remember.
I'll prove you wrong.
No offense, but in a one-on-one fight, my money's on Yvain.
What?
This is probably not the location to have this fight. If we're not going to,
I figured we were
shit.
climbing up the ladder as we were talking.
let's go back up.
I mean, it's kind of an arena.
Hmm.
We could just.
No.
Alright, abandon the
everybody-
giant hole.
Climbs back up the
Cool.
ladder and is able to make their way back to Red Larch. Or Red Larch proper, at least.
Is the constable still around?
Yeah, you've been gone for 2 minutes.
Perfect. Yvain's gonna walk back up to him. So I didn't see what I was looking for. but there is other stuff down there that, again, you're not paying us, but we could take a look for you so you don't have to waste any resources.
I mean, I won't say no. We could always use the help, but we'll get to it eventually if you don't feel like it.
Yeah, well, we gotta pick up a few things, and then if you guys are already down here, then we can relieve you. Or if you aren't there, then we'll just go ahead and get started. Sound good?
Yeah, great. Thanks.
No problem, sir. She'll walk back. Okay, Constable said that if we're, slow in buying things, that he'll get a team started and then we'll relieve him when we're done, or with whatever we need to do. And if he's not, then we can just do it. Didn't seem fussed either way.
Still unpaid stack.
I will say I'm curious about the rumblings. They seem incessant.
You could
Could
say
be
that.
very powerful magics.
Okay, so we're looking for a shield, right? More armor, a healing kit for myself,
But
getting some stuff figured out.
I already got a shield. I bought it last night.
We retconned and said that he
Yeah.
Oh,
got
okay.
it last night.
I also have a set of scale mail in my inventory that we can pretend isn't furball sized.
Oh,
You're not using it.
well, all armor automatically readjusts to
Mhm.
fit the person wearing it. That's just how the world works.
Okay, so to the shop.
Let's go to get some armor first.
Did we who's holding the money that we recovered from the necromancer? You? Okay.
Eh.
And I will lead them to the armorer.
Okay. And I will lead you guys to the armorer once I see which one they are.
Once I explode the whole town because you didn't go down the tunnel.
Let's see. There's so many places in Red March. Okay. There's a clothier, which is actually right across the street. Cat, you gotta move. I need the mouse. Thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
But you
Mhm.
guys, right here, this one is a general clothing store. But you know that there is a woman who deals specifically in leathered goods. And she is the best place to go for armor. Here we go. If I can find her. Oh my goodness. I feel like I need one of those, like, please stand by screens and, like, shoot to the...
I got one of those, but there, it's up.
No, did you really?
Yeah, but everybody can hear us, so it's fun.
Oh, that's funny.
Hi, internet.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
No, we are here. Not be right back. Okay, did I just not go back far enough?
We can roleplay while you're looking if you want.
Ah! Charceril's Fine Harness. There we go. Is number 6, which is just on the other side of the Swinging Sword where you guys were staying. So you would have seen it every time you entered and left.
It is the building with the smoke that comes out of it every day that we see from the inn.
Oh, good.
You know, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
You guys would know, thanks to Bjorn, that it is owned and run by a retired adventurer, a half-elven woman. Her name is Phaedra Transrill. I will spell that for you.
Please.
Phaendra.
Got the first name.
Chansyrl. And she is a trader in all things leather.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna go in.
All things leather. Wait.
Yep.
Mr. Dr. Burns said that it was all things leather. Do we need anything like that?
Leather armor for Faye.
I mean, yeah. So I could take the scale mail, or I could do some leather armor, some studded leather, because my leather right now doesn't keep me very protected. If I have the scale mail, I won't get hurt as much. But if I have the studded leather, I won't be hurt as much. So, do I want to be hurt or hurt? I know we have Kesum, who's pretty big, and I know we have Bjorn, who's pretty loud. So I was thinking maybe I could be a little quieter and get some studded leather, and then if you're really not using the scale mail, we can probably get some money for it.
We can at least trade it in.
Yeah.
But we can inquire about prices.
I would like to just point out that between Faye and Kessam, does the two of you make a herd or not?
Faye shoots daggers with her eyes.
It is a
She
joke.
goes, "Do you think all floppy-eared people look alike? There is
No.
3 feet between us!" She's just doing this.
I was referring to your feet. You were making. Never mind.
I
I will go
feel-
wait outside. I don't need anything.
I feel like Dr. Boom's eye thingy is probably not working. He seems to think that a lot of people are the same.
I'll walk out with Dr. Boom.
Okay.
Into the
Everybody
shop we
else is
go.
going into the shop. Okay. You guys enter, and there is the pungent smell of leather and oil. It is a very crowded workshop. There are displays absolutely everywhere. There's actual harnesses of varying sizes hanging off the wall. There is a stuffed toy dog that has its own little harness in the corner. There's stuff hanging from the ceiling. There's just reams and reams of rolled leather up against another wall. There's a department store rack with leather coats, leather pants. There's an entire section for shoes and boots. There's belts, everything you can possibly imagine. And a very dark-skinned elven woman with dreadlocked hair pulled back into a very high pony, who comes forward with a big smile, welcome. I trust you are fine. I heard the kerfuffle out front.
Oh yes, everything is all good right now.
Wonderful, excellent. How may I help you today?
We were wondering about your studded leather prices, and also, actually, what are your harness prices like as well?
Oh, of course. Well, they come in varying shapes and sizes, and she walks you over to her harness display, and they range from very small to very large. We have everything from, horse to mastiff. What are you looking to ride?
Do you happen to have... Yvain kind of looks at Kesem. Do you have something that maybe she could wear as a kind of helpful kind of
You want our
device?
bodices section, and she points
Yeah.
over where there's a section of very intricately carved leather that emphasizes the breast
Bustier.
bustier. Thank you.
Maybe not that, though those are very beautiful and I will definitely take a look at those later.
And comfortable, let me tell you.
That's very
We
good to
have
know.
kinds that they lace up the front or the back if you don't have anyone helping you, you know.
Yeah, I definitely don't. So I will have to do it myself. But not right now. That might be a later expenditure. The harness that I'm looking for is supposed to kind of help someone sit on her back.
Okay. I don't know that I have anything like that in stock. But I love a custom order.
Okay. Evane will DM, this is totally up to you if I don't have this, so feel free to veto me. Evane will pull out a design that she's been working on
Okay.
for a harness. And
Sure.
essentially it looks, if I'm trying to, it's kind of like the baby, you know, not swaddle, but like you put the
Bjorn?
baby in the
The
front.
baby
Carrier?
Bjorn.
The baby Bjorn.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's for their back. So instead of sitting in the front like the hangover baby, it's gonna sit in the back.
Okay, and the legs would stick out, so the person
Yes.
would be facing the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I could make something like this. Did you have a color in mind?
I look at
A
Kesem.
type of leather?
Do you care?
Please don't ask me these questions.
We have everything from
Nope,
cow to
nope,
horse
Okay, okay.
No.
Do you
to
do you have a
camel?
potentially a non-animal leather? Maybe like a plant-based leather or something of that nature that's comfortable?
I have never heard of such a thing, and it sounds blasphemous.
Okay. Well, how about this? What is the most comfortable leather that you have? Or the easiest to get out of? One or the other.
Definitely our cowhide. Definitely the softest. Has almost a suede feeling on the inside. Beautiful.
Okay. We'll do that. And you know, she'll have to get kind of fitted for it.
Yes, of course. I
Once-
would need
once it's-
measurements.
Yeah.
And you don't mind if I made a few more of these for the store, do you?
I mean, you can pay me for my design. And I would want a little bit of the commission each time.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay. We'll see how this one goes first. How's that? We'll get the prototype
I think that's
going.
best, and you can come back and give me some tips, maybe about improvement before we launch this as a product.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. Perfect.
I look at Kestum. This is
She's
gonna help you as much as it's gonna help him, even though it seems beneath us.
I'll take a few deep breaths.
She's just gonna get your measurements for right now, okay?
He's standing there with a piece of yarn that is marked in a couple of different spaces.
I'm guessing I'm 2 feet taller than this woman.
Evane can help her kind of boost up to get the full measurements.
She has a little stool. She's well prepared.
Perfect.
And so arms up, darling, and starts taking inseams and everything she could possibly need to know the structure of your body. Is behind her. There's a quill writing things down as she calls them out. And when she's done, she goes back over and she pulls out an abacus and starts moving stuff back and forth. She's like, I think time and materials, if you give me 3 days and we'll call it an even 45 gold and we should be set.
That sounds amenable, right, guys? She's checking to see if that's an okay price.
I don't have that much on myself alone, but I was looking to get rid of something. If it would be of use to you.
Could we potentially look to do a trade to lessen the price?
It depends. What are you thinking about? What do you have?
And she'll take out the scale mail.
Oh, I'm sorry, but people know me for my leather works. I wouldn't.
How about this? I'll knock off 20% of what I was going to charge you for the designs should it work out. And I'll take less of a cut than what I was initially planning if you lessen the price to 27 gold pieces.
It's like an
Persuasion
episode
check.
of Shark Tank. It's like, what level of royalty will I be getting for this? Put down the principal.
Yeah, in perpetuity, I need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Persuasion check, please.
I'm so scared, y'all.
Dak better help pay.
Okay. That's 11.
I have no money.
45 gold pieces. And that includes your design. But I will give you 10 gold for each one I sell for a year.
Deal.
All right. Would you like to pay now or when you pick up?
Is it okay if we pay when we pick up?
Certainly. Please leave the design. If you don't return, then you forfeit your royalties.
Oh, we'll return. Don't worry.
Right. Pleasure doing
Before
business.
we leave,
We still have one more thing we would like to do.
yeah. I was wondering, I was perusing your shop. Do you happen to have any studded leather?
Of course I do. Follow me. And she takes you. There's an entire quarter of this shop that is dedicated to studded leather. There's chokers, there's jackets, there's armor, there's whips. It's everything you can possibly imagine. She does have a set of studded leather armor that has a little tag on it that lists itself at 55 gold pieces.
So, this leather armor that I was hoping I could exchange for a reduced price on this lovely piece of studded leather that looks so wonderful and I would absolutely love to wear. It hasn't really gotten much use. Persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got this.
natural 20.
Nice.
Finally.
Yes, of course. I'm always in need of leather armor. Oh, poor Bjorn. Of course, it is one of my best sellers. And we do like to have the fare set on hand at a discount for those who can't afford new. I would be happy to give you 10 golden credit towards the studded leather.
Having traveled many places and knowing what leather is normally studded leather, usually. How about we call it 40 instead of 45?
Oh, all right.
Wonderful. And Faye puts on the studded leather and then like starts looking in the mirror and like doing a fashion show for herself. And goes, "Your
The
work is
proprietor
wonderful."
is just clapping the whole time.
She turns to everybody else and goes, "Well, I did my business. Anyone else?"
Nope, I think that's it for now. Thank you so much. And you said how many days?
3
4?
days, please.
3. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Actually, do you know where there's any holy places in this town?
Oh, yes, of course. And she's going to head out the front door and gesture towards the sinkhole. And immediately to the left of the sinkhole, this first building is a temple.
Of course it is. Of freaking course it
I
is.
was going to make a joke about the sinkhole being holy. Fine, Beth, take it from me.
So you guys walk out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Random. Oh, okay. So that was good.
Yeah. We need to come back in 3 days.
Okay. Oh, you had something tailored. Should Bjorn's wandered back off to the inn, I guess. I don't know. He seems upset about something. Should we go back to a friend's place, or if there's a jeweler around? Because if you remember, I have these 4 amethyst stones that we recovered.
Blackstone.
I have these.
And I have them.
You have a candle.
I don't know. That's in my bag. That's weird. We have these black gemstones, and I don't know, because we need a gem for another spell that we can do, and also we need to maybe offload these. Also, I have this, and I hold up this like spinning orb of evocation
Doom.
death in
You
my
can
hand.
say Doom.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's the one.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I have in my notes giant Rasengan, and that's not correct. But that's
See, I trusted you enough to give you that.
yeah. So
Yeah, why don't we grab Bjorn and we can figure out where to go next? I don't think all of these places are going to be able to, we kind of got to travel around a decent amount. So we can go and figure out, if you want to do the jewelers, we can sell some stuff off, get some more money.
okay, how much money do we have though? That's the question.
Evane does some calculations in her head after she just realizes now. So, Faye, you also took from the fund, right? No, that was your own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we had. Let's see. Suck. Calculating.
Yeah.
We have
Numbers.
33 gold left from
How much?
33.
From party? What happened to the 70 and shit?
That's what I subtracted from. Just from that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't add the separate, I didn't add it all together yet. I just am taking from what we had just gotten from the loot.
Okay.
Because that's all she has on her.
Okay. Well, with everything that we recovered from there and everything else, I don't know. Are we at the point that we're combining? I feel like we have a lot of common goals here, and
Oh yeah, the thing I got commissioned was for you.
oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right. I have 26. Kate, are you holding any that you haven't given to me?
No, I gave it all to you.
I only have 18.
I have 7.
And then we have what's on us, and we have assorted silver and stuff like that. So we do need to sell some things. Bjorn would know where to go to, he'd know best. So you should go get him.
Yeah, track him down. I think we might be going to his friend either way, but Kesum, those spells.
Want to sell it to them?
I sell them to somebody, and if we're gonna go down into the tunnel, we're gonna need more than what we have.
He asked us not to kill bandits to keep customers around.
Well, from what I heard, ends justifying the beast.
And we're walking.
Yeah, I have nothing to add to this conversation. I have already started towards the end to go find Bjorn.
Okay, and everybody else is walking where?
To get Bjorn at the inn.
Okay.
Hey Bjorn, we're done at the leather shop. Muted.
If you have other errands to run, I suggest you run them as well. You guys can shop. I'm going to focus on the task at hand. There's something going...
Okay?
Everything's fine. I want to focus on what needs to be done. The city is having earthquakes. There's a fucking hole in the middle of the city. And you guys want to go buy shiny bubbles. It is fine. I will sit here and do math and figure out whatever's underneath this city. You go shop. And,
I
you know,
don't
and
appreciate your tone, Bjorn.
well, I don't appreciate leaving the city in danger while you shop, so we're even.
They're not in immediate danger.
How do you know that? We've been here for what, 3 days, and we've had multiple earthquakes and a big
5.
fucking hole. 5 days, and we've had multiple earthquakes. We've had some sort of necromancer in the cave outside of town, and now we have a giant fucking sinkhole in the city, and we're shopping. It is silly. It is nonsense.
We
So,
need to get stronger. The necromancer nearly took us out several times.
yes,
That's why we
and
didn't go further into the maze, because we didn't know what we were going to encounter.
so go buy your shit, get stronger, and come back. I'm going to stay here, continue working on this, and we will go later.
Can I at least have your map where you mark everything?
Sure. And I'll toss the map.
Thanks.
Okay.
She walks off. Come on, guys.
How much of this can we hand wave a shopping episode?
Yeah.
No, you're good. This isn't me, this is him.
Oh no, this is me too.
I mean, for time's sake.
Yeah, for time's sake.
Well, it is 9:16 p.m. So I don't know. Starting something else probably isn't the best idea because we're coming up on our normal end time soon. So it sounds like most of you want to go to Valuvo's next. So if you just want to wrap that up, we might end the session there tonight.
I mean, I'm down to RP with him. A little lost if Bjorn's not there though. Bjorn. Mr. Dr. Bjorn. Sorry. Go to your friends.
He's not my friend. We've been over this multiple
No,
times.
we're going to your acquaintance. Come on, we need arcane stuff. It'll be fun. We'll book
It is not. It is not fun. Look. You do your thing. Go with them. I am going to stay here and work on this. It is much more important than selling things. I don't need anything. If you guys do, go for it.
What's wrong with your thing?
What'd you say? I missed it.
What's wrong with your thing?
There's nothing wrong with my thing. It works fine. No one's ever complained.
You know what I mean.
What are you referring to?
Just I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on this. This is the first time that you've ever.
It's not that, man. Listen, I sit and I tinker. I get my thoughts out when I work on the gadgets. My little dragon pet is not working as well. And we have sinkholes opening within the city. I am going to try to study the map and figure out what I can so I know what we're getting into.
I'm taking
I'll do my
your
part.
map, though.
That's fine. I mean, I know the city well enough to, yeah.
Okay.
And he's been there for a while by himself, I assumed.
Okay. You I'm gonna go.
Okay, have fun.
We're going to the sundry shop.
Yeah, I run off with everybody else. Yeah.
All right, everybody
I-
starts heading south.
I'm staying with Bjorn. I'm not going to the shop.
Oh.
Okay. We'll check back in on that in a few.
Mhm.
Everybody else head south to the most southern orange building on the map.
Is there any
to
chance-
Valavo's Sundries.
Walking by the temple, I can see what symbol is on the door.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a perception check.
13.
And a religion check.
11.
Okay. So you see the doors are currently open, because they are letting some people in. Some people are actually rushing in to pray after, the mini tragedy that has happened. But based on, some of the carvings along the edges of the door where the seams meet, you notice a couple of different symbols, none that you recognize, with any sort of real familiarity. But you have heard of temples like this that share multiple deities in one location, and it is an all-faith shrine.
It's the
Sort of
college
a
interfaith
generic.
center.
Huh?
It's the college interfaith center.
Yes, it is. We welcome all religions here. Place.
Got a spot.
The rest of you walk for about 15 minutes to get to the southern end of Red Larch and Valavo's. For the first time since you've arrived, his door is open as well. It is propped open and held open by a brick. And Endrith is sitting behind his counter as he was wont to do, and he's just rolling a ball back and forth between his hands.
Hi, Andrith.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. How are you this morning?
Well, we rescued some children, so at a minimum, we could say it was productive.
Good for you. Good for you. Great way to start the morning, rescuing kids.
Yeah, for sure. We have some new things that we've come across that we'd like to get appraised, if you don't mind.
That's what I am here for. Please, show me.
Gestures to Stack.
How about these? And I'll pull out a little rag cloth and dump out the 4 black gemstones onto the table.
Oh, he says, and he picks one up and he holds it up to a light. And he pulls out his little gem identifying magnifying glass and holds it up to his eye and takes a look.
A whisper to Kessel.
Yeah.
Make sure he's.
Yeah. This is a black diamond. Nicely done.
I don't know.
I'd put this at a solid 300 gold pieces.
Per
Oh.
diamond?
Did you put all of them on the counter?
Yeah, all 4.
Yeah, each.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
I'm hitting Kessel fucking hard.
Insight.
Okay. Make an insight check.
9.
He seems to be pretty generous with his offer.
One moment, and she kind of team huddles.
Keep 2.
That's a lot of gold.
We keep 2.
Keep 2?
Keep 2.
Okay, so then it would be
We keep
600.
2. And I'll talk to him. I think I can get him. I'll use my negotiating skills.
Okay. Turn back around.
Okay, leave all 4 on the table, and I'll see if I can help if he doesn't like what you have to say. I have an idea.
Hello, Mr. Endrith. It is good to see you this morning.
You as well, lady.
So, these fine black diamonds that we have, we both know are worth more than 300 gold apiece. But I can give you a great bargain at 350 per stone.
Persuasion check.
$23.
You have a shrewd eye. 350.
350. Wonderful. At the moment, we're only looking to sell 2 of them, but if we decide that we are going to sell the other 2, we know exactly where we'd like to come. Where we will come.
Take the 2, put
Open
them in
24
in my
hours a
pouch.
day. Okay, he's going to take the 2.
350 it is.
And he's going to pull out a small iron box that has a little lock on the front. And he's going to pull a key from a necklace he wears and opens up the small lockbox and starts counting out 700 gold pieces.
I'm not gonna say anything.
750, yes. DM can't math.
Out of character. Yes!
Yeah, that's big.
Ooh, so excited.
Okay. Sorry, I got excited.
That's okay.
You should. That was a good find.
Couple of things. One, we were in desperate need of that pearl that you had previously. The one that you said you would give to us for a slight discount. Interested in that?
Of course, I still have.
That? And no, think that's all. Actually, looks at Tessum like longingly. Well, that's not all. I need a mirror, like 6-inch by like 4-inch.
Mirror.
Yeah, like a hand mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets up and he walks over to a door that has number 2 on it, and he pushes it open.
While he's out of the
and-
room, I give the spell scrolls to Stack.
And the door swings. It's like a it's a swinging door. It swings back and forth. I'm trying to think of like an old country western saloon door, but it's full length.
Like a kitchen door at a restaurant, so that way the
French
waiters can
doors.
go through either way.
Oh yeah, French doors. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. And he comes back and he has a box full of mirrors of varying sizes. Some are obviously, just the piece of glass, and they go in like a pocket watch, or a little locket, little teeny tiny pieces of glass. And he pulls out a hand mirror that has an ornate silver filigree around the edge and a handle.
I think this would work perfectly. How much?
10 gold?
For a hand mirror? Okay, maybe something less ornate. I'm more concerned with the square footage.
Oh, sure. And he pulls out it is a thin wooden frame. It is a square, and it is just a mirror.
Excellent. I slam my fist down on the table to shatter it into a dozen pieces. And
Make a strength check for me, please.
Oh no.
natural 20.
Okay.
for a
Roll
night for a
percentiles,
for a
please.
night for a 19.
And I'm not there to see it.
Oh, I don't have them out in front of me. Well, 12. Oh no.
And roll me a d4.
I got that one.
Jeez.
3.
Okay. There's a shattering sound as the mirror you hit shatters, and a cracking sound, and Endrith looks down, and the hand mirror that he still had out, and one other one have hairline fractures across the front.
I thank you so much for this. Here is your money. And just scoops it into his component pouch. Bit at a time. You alright.
So that'll be 15 gold, please.
What?
10 for your new hand mirror that he slides across that is cracked. 1 for this one. And 4 for that one.
Forget you bought it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What was the total, Beth?
15.
15. I can subtract it from the big one if you
No,
prefer.
No, this is...
Okay.
Fine. There you go.
Thank you. And he literally opens up the door and throws the box of mirrors back in. Lands with a clatter, and he goes back to his desk and reaches under and pulls out a box and pops it open, and inside are 2 pearls.
Good.
I believe 95 was the price we agreed upon.
Yeah.
Right. Picks one up. Here you go.
Now I'll subtract from the fund.
How much more do you need?
You have 2 additional spell scrolls.
No, I know I haven't.
Are you asking me a question?
No, Evane.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
doing the big 750. Actually, I'm just going.
700. We're at 605 right now.
No, I'll eat. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Please subtract the 95.
I got you. She knows you don't have that much. She.
Yeah.
Anything else? And she looks at. She kind of gives eyes at Kessim and Stack.
Okay, so we maybe have one other thing. And I'll pull out the Fast Friend scroll. And Ray of Sickness scroll.
Okay, as somebody who does not play wizards, I thought the spell scroll was consumed when you copied it.
If you're not a scribe.
Oh.
And my book was fixed before I did it.
Okay. All right then. He's going to take them, look at them oddly as they are folded and not rolled as most scrolls are. Going to. All right. Well, this is an interesting set you have. 50 for the necromantic one, and 100 for the other.
Kessim's in like physical pain.
Fine. Went to her. Went to Ben.
Okay. He's gonna pull out 150 gold and slide it over and take the 2 spell scrolls.
I still have
Cool.
a dissonant with.
Yep. Anything else?
We obviously can't afford it yet, but I will, down the line, be looking for a scrying focus. If you come across something.
Seen a couple in my time. Not very common, but I will definitely keep an eye out. You staying in town for a bit?
That appears to be the plan.
Okay.
Outside question.
Yeah.
Outside question. Are you familiar with mechanical flying dragons? Oh.
No.
Smaller than me. No, something created.
Not with the dragon in particular, no. But I've seen a couple of mechanical things before. Yeah.
Looks back at the direction toward the bar. Somebody was having a hard time powering one. What would that take?
Well, I've had a little this little thing. I'm not sure what you call it. It was kind of round with a thing on top that spun. And it would, it would get up and hover and go different places. And it took me a while to figure out how to make it work. And I had to try a couple of different gemstones. But once I got one that was strong enough, it seemed to work just fine.
Gemstones that were strong enough.
Yeah. I tried a couple of my smaller ones. They didn't do a whole lot. Once you got about, I don't know, semi-precious started working okay?
One of these black bits.
Oh, for sure. Maybe even and he reaches in this time he pulls a pouch from his side, and he just upends it, and about 20 different gemstones come sliding out, in various shapes, sizes, and colors. And he starts poking around, and he picks up a little. And it's red. Your best guesstimate is a sapphire. He's like, "This one ran you about 100 gold. This one would probably work too."
What is Bjorn's favorite color?
He wears a lot of gray.
You're asking me like out of character?
Mhm.
I don't know. Probably the colors of destruction. So like fire.
Okay. You said the one that he pulled out was red.
Was a ruby, yeah.
Okay. How about this? Instead of 150 gold to me, it's 50 gold to me, and then we take that ruby instead.
Oh, healing potions, baby, because we're about to go into the thing.
What do you mean?
In the physical. He has
No,
potion.
but
Well, I'm saying within this quarter.
I want the ruby for Bjorn.
In addition, never mind.
Could we also get some health potions if you have any on hand? If
There you
not, we can go to a different shop.
There you go.
Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Ruby, for you, give me 100 gold back.
Okay.
And he's gonna open up his pouch and start sliding his gemstones back in. And then he's gonna cluck his teeth and he's gonna say, if I'm not quite sure what potions I have, but if I have them, they're gonna be in room number 9. And he points down the hallway. You're welcome to go look.
Okay. Evane will go quickly, just look. She knows what she's looking for,
Okay.
and wants to see kind of if there's any just straight health potions.
Make an investigation check.
8! She's very hurried.
Yeah, you can find one.
She'll bring that one back. Can we take this one in addition?
55 gold pieces, please.
5. Come on.
Faye steps forward. Come on. I know you can do better than that.
Faye steps forward and cracks her knuckles
Yeah.
and bats her eyes.
She just smiles. Persuasion check.
Natural
In
20.
a row. Damn it. Okay. Well, since we've done such great business today, 45.
That's much better.
She gives him a nice little wink.
Anything else I can help you with today?
I think that's it for now.
All right.
I'm satisfied.
Anti-nausea medication would be phenomenal.
Say that one more
What'd
time.
you say?
Custom.
Anything anti-nausea.
Sorry.
Oh, do you have an herbalism kit on hand? Or do I need to go to an apothecary?
If I do, it would have been in that room you were in.
Yeah.
And
figured.
to meta just a little bit, I was keeping that in mind when you did your check earlier, and you didn't see one.
That's fair.
I think Evie and I have one we can share.
There's also a market that comes in once a week. It'll be here tomorrow. You can try there.
Okay. That we'll
They
check
usually
tomorrow.
have some interesting stuff.
Thank you. Pleasure
Did you
doing
buy-
business with you.
Do you buy normal armor that's not magical?
No.
Okay.
Alright, you can try, what's his name? I always forget. The half-orc fella. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Of course.
That's the one.
Can I sell it to him off screen for half of the gold value listed in book?
Fang Ironhead. Yes, you can. He's gonna give you over half. He'll give you 3/4 what it's worth.
He sounds like a sweetheart.
Fang Ironhead. Feng. He owns Ironhead Arms. And we are going to switch back over because I'm doing a terrible job of managing split party tonight. What is happening back at the inn with Cade and Bjorn, an unusual pairing?
Well, Cade is going to walk up to Bjorn and sit herself down at whatever table he's working at. I realize that I might have been a little angry earlier, and it was kind of directed at you when it was directed at Kessam, so I apologize for that. I don't believe that you would actually eat my brother. I mean, if circumstances came down to it, yes, but I was in a mood, so.
It is no problem. And I'm well aware that I tend to, well, I'm cocky. I'm well aware of this. I would absolutely not eat your brother. Well, under most circumstances.
Yeah. Also, I mean, earlier you kind of made that comment that not everybody likes you, or like nobody likes you, and you should know that, I mean, I do like you, so it's not that nobody likes you.
Well, thank you. It is not so much that I'm abrasive. I'm aware of this. I accept who I am. I believe that if someone does not like me for me, then they can go jump off a cliff. I don't really care. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I get that. Also, shopping is dumb. I don't like it. And I would much rather just kind of sit here while you work, if that's cool.
It is not a problem. Actually, I'm having difficulty. Would you hold this? This. Whoever rolled this map, it keeps rolling up on me. I don't have anything to sit on it. Paperweights. You have
Okay.
an axe.
Yeah, sure. I used to help stack out with this stuff all the time. So I'm kind of used to doing what I can for the brainier people.
So, looking at this, I think I'm not sure, but I think this is deep. It may go down, I don't know, maybe 500 feet or so.
Mm.
I think there's a lot down there.
Yeah. I didn't feel great about leaving that. I mean, I know Yvain thought that it was because, you know, I didn't want to, I wasn't going to smash stuff, but I don't know, I felt like we were like backing down from a fight, and I don't like to do that. Especially when, you know, kids had been in danger and it endangers the town and stuff like that. Because if we had done this and like backed off that necromancer guy, I don't know a lot about magic, but it seemed kind of time sensitive. So
Exactly. You know, little one, you and I think a lot alike.
I think so.
I agree. It
Mhm.
it didn't seem pertinent. I think that it made a lot more sense to go after whatever was down there. At this point, it may have escaped. It could be doing more damage to the city, but you know, everyone has different priorities. Maybe we can make
That is
something
true.
of this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, if you need help with anything, I am here. I can go get us drinks and whatever.
That would be great. I'm running low. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thanks, Kate.
Yeah, no problem, Bjorn.
I'll go back to working on my calculations.
And I walk over to the bar to get us drinks and wait for the party to return.
Okay. Jeffrey is asleep again, so you're welcome to help
Cool.
yourself.
I get the biggest, mug of ale possible because who knows when I will be served ale again. So,
I feel like you're the
All
hobbits
right.
at the bar where they're amazed that it comes in pints.
indeed,
Yeah.
yes. It's almost as big as I am.
Which
So
is
I
the
have to
perfect
carry
place to end it for tonight. We will fast forward a little bit when we begin next week and say you all resume at the inn as one party once more. Yay! An unexpected shopping episode. Huzzah!
Yeah.
Yay!
Whoops. Sorry.
Everybody's favorite, but it's necessary. And you didn't identify your thingy.
That was what I was gonna ask, because I got the pearl, but I just want to do it there. With us coming back, and if we taking myself out of roleplay for the start of next session, could I identify for
Yes.
the start of
I will
that?
send it to you so that you can roleplay telling people what it is, because I think that'll be fun.
Okay, so I have the Rasengan thing. And we know for a fact that it's a wand of magic missiles, right? At this point, what Bjorn has.
We are
It hasn't been
99.9%
officially,
sure.
but you watched him use it and cast magic missiles from it, which I think Stack knows how to cast,
I do.
and he is intelligent enough to put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
He may not know exactly how many charges it has total, and that would be the reason to identify on it. But
Well, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that and see if there's anything else going on there. Just to get it done, so it's not hanging. And I will say, after leaving, I give the roll of Dissonant Whispers back to SM. Bust.
aw, that's nice.
Um,
Okay, so that's where we will start next week. Let's run down the gambit. Good thing, bad thing. We are going to start with how it appears on my screen. So that is Alex. You are up first.
Oh, it's me. Gotta get out of my character voice. Good thing. I mean, I think it's interesting that I thought it was just interesting that we actually pulled all the way back out of that tunnel, because in most parties that I've been in, we would have gone right through and not gone back out of the tunnel. So I think that was super interesting, which I think is a good thing. Something different. I also just enjoyed Yvain's mediation of that whole situation. That was really fun. Bad thing? I don't know if I have a bad thing. I mean, I do think that sometimes it can get a little slow when we continuously split the party and then have our own RP things. But it's it's a necessary thing. So I love combat, so this was a little RP heavy for what I normally do. But
you did it so well.
oh well, thank you.
How about you, Will?
I think good thing was all the RP at the beginning of the session. That was phenomenal on everyone's parts, I think. I think the bad thing for me was the shopping. I am personally not a fan of shopping episodes. It's not my thing, but and I feel like I kind of wanted to have some combat and we didn't get to. But it's whatever. next week.
Get to really flesh out that true second levelness in combat.
Yeah, and maybe get to use my little pet this time.
Yeah. Sorry, I tried to say a number of times. You're making assumptions.
All right, I just
okay.
base it off of the only amethyst on D&D Beyond is 100 gold, so I just assumed that it was the right one. So no big deal.
Sorry.
Happens.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Kendall.
The number of times I've gotten dicked over as a wizard player being like, yeah, you found a pearl. It's worth 10 gold. It's worth 50 gold. It's worth this. And I'm like, yeah, D&D Beyond says 100. And it's like, yeah, but nah. Like, I feel you.
Miranda, you're up.
My good thing is probably, unlike the past two, I was kind of happy to have a much heavier roleplay session today. I definitely needed a break from the dungeon crawl when we fell in the hole. I was like, okay. My bad thing is just I don't think I was totally in it today. Like the first half I was pretty good, and then I just kind of drifted off. I noticed halfway through I was like, I haven't said anything in a really long time. I
Yeah.
should definitely tune back in. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna have a day off this week, and I'll be rejuvenated for next week.
Nice. My good thing is you all were amazing with the RP earlier today. I literally was just sitting here like, yes, go. This is great. I love it. Kudos to everybody. Again, if it wouldn't break the game, I'd give inspiration to everybody. Just knowing my heart, I did. Bad thing, I need to be better about time management and switching back and forth between groups because I felt bad and know that I've been on that other side of like watching everybody else get to play and like I want to do it too, but I'm sitting over here in this other group. So I will work on my time management and swapping back and forth between the two. Next up on my screen is Kendall.
My good thing was kind of tying threads for everybody else, but nice job on the shopping pivot. With like pulling the map up and as you presented this puzzle, we got the kids out, we came back, and then we came back down, and it was like, okay, we are ready for this, and then it was like, nah, bitch, we're leaving. And it felt pretty seamless to just bump from one thing to another. With I don't know, assuming on the backside that you had one thing planned and were able to pivot to the next one. I thought that was really good. Um, the my big thing, I felt so bad for Nikki in the early bits of that thing because I was like, hey, here is my class feature that I wanted to roleplay discovering. Let me pull an artificer here and lock you in a bar for like 30 minutes while people are the entire party goes and does something else, and then I was like, ooh, I'm sorry. Like, so my bad for that. To not be involved, but as far as the story goes, I feel like we didn't miss a whole lot as characters, but no, I felt really bad for that in the moment. So that's my apology to you, Nikki. There. But thanks for going along with it and for rolling well, because if you rolled badly, I would not have a class feature for a hot second.
That's what I thought you were going to apologize for, is pinning that on me. But no,
You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. But no, Scribe Wizard's pretty strong, and I don't know. I like making the game hard. I like making the game hard, which is also kind of another good thing. A good thing for you, Beth. I kind of like you're playing hardball with some of the items, like negotiating and what we have access to. I feel like a lot of times get caught up on or not you, but like DMs and stuff get caught up on giving things early, and it feels like it's scaling well. We have access to the things that we need, but we're not getting, you know, half a dozen healing potions off the rip and stuff like that to make it actually kind of like challenging. That's just my preference, but I'm a big fan of it.
Nikki, you're up.
My good thing was the descriptions of fixing the book were phenomenal. I was just so pleased at your descriptions, Beth. They were just so beautiful, and everything just kind of like fell into place. And I felt that Evane was really useful in that moment, and that just like makes me feel really good as a character and as a player. And now I just like feel very confident in who she is now that we got to kind of do that. So that feels good. In general, the RP was really great with everyone today. And I love how we've had so much nuance. So like there were really tense moments, and there still are tense moments that we have to solve like next session that I'm excited about to kind of look forward to that. And then there were some very like soft moments and some backstory little nuggets that were very interesting to me as a player. And yeah, it was just mwah, chef's kiss.
Good.
Um Also, another good thing on my end is that I turned off my router and turned it back on, and I've been on 5G this entire time and no issues. I think I
Huzzah.
didn't. So sometimes it just is turning it off and turning it back on to make it work, but I'm still going to try to do Ethernet by next week. I don't think I have a bad thing, to be honest. I just really love this session. So
Okay. And last but certainly not least, Alexandra.
Good thing those 3 scrolls have been sitting on me all week, and I knew the outcome was going to be bad. I didn't expect everybody to immediately run and tell everybody, but I loved how it worked. I'm
That's
a sucker for a
me.
good RP session, and everybody immediately running and telling on her is the most in character thing. Bad thing, for some reason my camera was acting up and I kept going fuzzy, and that's what I was kept going black because I was trying to refocus the camera. Darn you, new webcam, for being weird. Um, Other bad thing, I do feel bad for leaving the pit. I don't need new stuff at this moment. There's something down there and I want to fix it.
Yep.
I will say it's the first time I've ever been in a game and people are like, we gotta work on us before we can work on you.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with that mentality. It's just I've never been like, it's always been let's go, we gotta go, and it's
Or
interesting.
it's been like
It's
a
interesting.
conversation and you almost turn back, but then you're like, no, there's sounds coming from
Obviously, we're
somewhere.
gonna stay and fight the mysterious ghost that lives down here.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. We'll see what becomes of that next week.
I just had a thought. The player in me and the stack intelligence was like, no, let's keep these two gems for revivify in the future.
Oh, if
And
I have to use necromancer gems for revivify, there's gonna be a character crisis.
and also if we needed to use that for Will's homunculus, but now that I'm thinking about it, we could have bought whatever the fuck that staff was.
That's what
No,
I
that
thought you
was
guys
like
were gonna do.
70,000.
no,
That's
not
what I
yet.
thought y'all would do is buy that staff.
Because it was 700, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like thousands.
700 gold.
No, it was like 700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't also know what that is. But hey, maybe Homeboy will let us identify it later. Instead of being shady. I don't know. That could be interesting.
Well, I mean, I know I as a player know what your Rasengan thing is, but you know.
Oh yeah, I got it now too. That'll be fun.
All right.
Yep.
So we will be back next week, same time, same place, Tuesday, 6 p.m. And maybe we'll find out what's going on with that hole. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
We will see you then.
All right, bye everybody. Peace.
Bye.